Oh, wait.
I think we start.
Oh, are we on?
Are we on?
Are we on? Let's see. Check the.
We're not on the YouTube.
No,
thing
there's a 10-second delay, I think.
Oh, it's 10 seconds. Well, let's see if we pop on. Oh, there we are. We're here.
Are we on?
We're on.
All right.
Yeah, there
Hey.
we go.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. This is so cool. So let's just introduce ourselves first. So I'm Gus Mahoney. I'm from Shaker Heights, Ohio. But I'm sitting here in UMN Guthrie Theater BFA Actor Training Program. Nigel, if you want to.
And I'm Nigel. I'm from San Francisco.
Sure.
I'm Willie. I'm from Orlando, Florida.
I'm Daniel. I'm also from San Francisco.
We're the Quarantine Bake-Off team. Oh, Daniel, yes. Tell us where you're studying.
Oh, I do not go to University of Minnesota. I go to NYU.
Awesome. Yeah. So we're really, really excited to have you here. Nigel, if you want to.
Yeah.
Sing.
We're so excited for you guys to hear these plays out loud. As you know, we got 2,390 plays from all over the world, from the U.S. to Japan to Ireland to Kenya. So we're just honored that you chose to share your voices with us. We had 120 readers reading the plays, and we boiled them down to these 11. So we're very excited for you guys to hear them.
Yeah, and if we'll be broadcasting the plays live, but if you want to read along, you can go to quarantinebakeoff.com, and we'll have copies of the scripts up there. A lot of them have like super fun typography and are just as fun to read as they are to see. So check them out.
And these plays have been aligned from most family-friendly to least family-friendly. So in the beginning, you're going to get the ones that are best for the little ones' ears. And then as we get towards the end, those are the ones with a little more edge to them.
Awesome. And then also, we have set up a GoFundMe. So this was pulled together so quickly. We really had to just kind of pull a lot of strings. And we ended up using a lot of our own money. So we're really trying to raise that money back so we can put that into the subscriptions we had to buy and different stuff like that. And then also we would really like to pay our actors. We know this is a time where a lot of people are out of work. So we want to pay the actors that are working with us today. And then also we really want to create a future for the Quarantine Bake-Off. This isn't the last live reading that we'll have. We're talking to theaters about putting together festivals and different stuff like that once live theater becomes a thing again. So if you guys, there's a link in the YouTube bio. Link. I've always wanted to do this. Link in our bio. There's a link to our GoFundMe. I know this is a tough time for money for a lot of people, so we're not asking you for much. Just chip in a couple bucks if you can. Totally understand if you can't. Listen, I'm out of a job. We may all be out of jobs. Anyways, so that's our GoFundMe. The link is in the bio. Other than that, do you guys have anything else you want to say?
No, let's get to it.
All right, I'm going to take you guys out. This technology is new to us, so we're working with it. All right, bye Nigel, bye Daniel, and Willie. Oh, actually, Willie's going to hang around. So Willie, if you want to bring Sammy on. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to host this, so I'll tell you a little bit about the playwright, different stuff like that, and then we can get right into it. Sammy over here. Sammy, introduce yourself. You can.
Hi, I'm Sammy. I am from Chicago.
Chicago, and what are you doing with us today?
I will be reading stage directions.
Woo! For all of them.
Woo! For all of them.
Savior. So our first play that we have today is called The Inevitability of Sunshine, and it's by Cris Black. Cris Black grew up in Houston. He's from Louisville, Kentucky, but he grew up in Houston, Texas. But he moved back to his birth home of Louisville, Kentucky after graduating high school. In high school, he fell in love with writing, performing, opting to perform poems and raps instead of traditional essays. He further dedicated himself to telling stories that matter about people who do not usually get their stories told. He's also a performer. He performs in local productions of musicals Hair and Mamma Mia. Me and Sammy are both huge Mamma Mia fans, so we love that.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Oh, yeah, we are. He wrote and co-produced the short film Brother Survivor. and is a 2-time Poetry Slam champion. He's currently working on writing the book, music, and lyrics to the original musical Liberty Bleeding. And when we asked him what inspires you, he said, "I've always been inspired by the word's ability to make a difference. Storytellers can use different mediums, genres, and art forms to give voice to the people who are usually left voiceless. Poetry, prose, theater, fiction. These are things that connect people, that can connect with people, help them through tough times. It is really the people who dedicate their time, some their lives, to working to tell the stories that matter, that inspire him to at least try to follow in that line and do the same. Just like words can hurt, words can uplift, motivate, and drive." So without further ado, I'm gonna introduce some of our actors. So bring in Dariana and Namdi, and then Sammy, you can take it away. If you guys just want to introduce yourselves, tell us where you're from, what you guys do, different stuff like
that. You're on mute.
I will go first. Hi, my name is Namdi Darlington. Excuse me. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I will be reading in the character of Langston, and I'm very happy to be here.
And I'm Dari Perez. I am from Puerto Rico and Orlando, Florida, and I am a first year in the UMN program, and I will be reading Zoe.
Oh, I'm a third year in the U of M program.
Okay, let's get started. The Where. The Bright Star Movie Theater, a small locally owned theater in a small southern town. The When. Right now. Maybe tomorrow, maybe yesterday, maybe next week, maybe right now. Quote, "Did you hear about the rose that grew from a crack in the concrete? Providing nature's laws wrong, it learned to walk without having any feet. Funny, it seems to be keeping its dreams. It learned to breathe fresh air. Long live the rose that grew from concrete when no one else even cared." End quote. Lights up on the lobby of the Bright Star Movie Theater. It's clear that this is a local theater, one that probably does not have any more than 50 or so seats in its one screening room. Imagine somewhere intimate, like something you would find down south, where time has passed, but the city has not quite caught up with it. Enter Langston. He wears a hoodie and wholly blue jeans, which barely fit him. His belt is tied as tightly as possible just to hold them up along his thin frame. Over his shoulders hang a backpack, and in his hand, a notebook. Pen writing and scribbles occupy the exterior. He clears his throat and opens the notebook to a few pages in. He looks up and begins speaking his poetic words aloud, almost as if he were speaking directly to the audience. Namdi, you're muted.
Namdi, I'm going to stop you right there. You're muted.
Thank you. I see that now. Okay.
We're still working with this technology, folks. Thank you all.
All right. How do you manage in a world full of panic? How do you stand it when there's a pandemic, when the academics say it's systemic, and the internet claims it's all a gimmick, even though the death toll rises high above the triple digits? They say the secret to survival is through independence, but old friends just see that as a temporary life sentence, like imprisonment. And it's impossible to find sentiment from the government, especially when you're like me. While this virus is on its cold hunt, I'm just a pirate in search of a home front, somewhere to prop my feet up. Because I am alone, on my own, owning nothing but my soul. Nothing but this body with all its scars and cracks. This body that is now always at risk of attack. Sometimes I wish I could go back.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know anyone else would be here this late.
Did you
hear anything? No.
Oh.
Yes, I lied. I heard.
What did you...
I'm sorry.
Stop. apologizing.
It was good though. Have you heard poetry is lit? Get it? Because poetry is literature. Alrighty then. Really, though, it was good. I liked it. I mean, I didn't like it. It was pretty dark. But that can be good too. Like Edgar Allan Poe on meth or something. Then again, what isn't dark these days, right? Let's start over. I'm Zoe.
Langston starts to go for her hand with his, then she quickly recoils.
Oh, wait. Better safe than sorry. Do you want some?
Oh, sure.
I'm usually not here this late ever since they implemented the whole curfew thing. I've tried to play it safe and get home as sure as possible. Zoe. My name's Zoe. I work in the concession stand. I started in sodas but was recently promoted to hot dogs. What's funny?
Nothing. I'm Langston. I'm on the cleaning crew.
Langston, the mysterious poet. You should be getting home too. Things aren't getting any better out there, and they're only getting even more strict when it comes to curfew. They barely want us working at all. You know they're even talking about shutting down the theater?
What? Are you for real?
That's what I heard. No one wants to sit around strangers for 2 hours not knowing whether or not they're infected. And while the movie studios don't want to spend money to put something out that no one's going to go see. Are you okay?
Did they say when?
When what?
When they're going to shut down the theater. Did they say when?
I don't know. For all I know, it's just gossip. I'm sorry if...
Stop this.
I'm sorry.
For what now?
Saying sorry. I think I should get going. It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, I think maybe you should too.
Though his words may come off harsh, his tone does not. It is more remorseful, afraid, like a child looking for his parents in a dark house during a thunderstorm.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Zoe nods, accepting. She turns and starts off, then pauses. She turns back around and begins towards Langston.
Your uniform.
What?
You don't have on your uniform.
Okay.
Where is it?
In my backpack.
Why?
What does it matter?
I'm just curious. I don't see why you would risk dodging curfew just to change clothes. I really don't get why you'd get so upset about not being able to come to work here. I mean, not only is this place a piece of crap, but you'd be able to self-isolate and stay healthy. Who would freak out about that?
You have a lot of questions.
You have few answers.
Listen, no offense, but I don't even know you. You seem like a nice girl, for real, so I think it'd be best if you just went home.
Fine. Walk out with me.
What?
Walk out to your car with me.
I don't have a car.
How do you get to work?
I walk.
Great. Then I'll drive you.
It's too far.
But not too far to walk? I promise you, my car is faster than your feet. If we leave now, we can both make it home before the patrol comes out.
I like to walk.
Start walking now and you'll never get out on time.
I'll take the risk.
Cut the shit, Langston.
Excuse me?
Zoe drops her purse and sits down, crossing her legs crisscross applesauce style.
What are you doing?
If you're dodging curfew, so am I.
That's dumb.
Guess I'm in a dumb mood tonight.
She lifts her hands, closes her eyes, and starts acting as if she is meditating.
You're kidding me.
Tell me the truth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can stop this anytime you want. I am one with this world.
Fine.
1 point, Zoe.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
3 questions. That's it. Then you go home.
Not fair.
Life's not fair.
You're no fun. But fine. 3 questions. Question 1. Why are you here so late? Really?
Honestly?
Honestly. Langston?
I sleep here.
Oh,
Happy?
what? No, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what to say. I didn't expect that. I didn't mean to make you. I don't know.
Our damage is done. You have 2 questions left.
How long have you been staying here?
On and off since I was hired last month. But that was whenever I could lay my head. Hotel lobbies, benches, anywhere.
What about your family?
You already asked 3 questions.
A deal is a deal, I guess. Do you ever just count the seconds during a quiet moment, just to see how long the world can go on without a single sound? I know you think I don't get it, your situation. And you're mostly right, I don't. But I also hope you know that just because you're in one place doesn't mean you have to stay there forever.
It's not that easy. Where I'm from, there's barely even a curfew. You know why? Because most people don't even have a bed to run to. We were one of the first communities hit hard. Hardly anyone had insurance, so they just sat with it or went out and spread it to the rest of the block. Soon enough, patrol comes through and starts burning down whole houses, claiming that that's the only way to contain the virus. And I mean, fine. Maybe you save one life doing that, but you also just put someone out on the street. You don't hear that stuff reported on the news.
I remember when the first person died, the first reported person. I couldn't believe it. It was like something out of a horror movie.
You were afraid.
Weren't you?
No. What do I have to lose?
How long have you been writing poetry?
Since I started needing it to stay sane.
It will do that for you.
She stands up and grabs her purse, pulling out a small notebook of her own. She flips a few pages.
My dad had this game called Music Box. He would hum a tune and I would make up the words. His whistle was the soundtrack of my world. My whispered lullabies were my favorite tracks.
Langston looks at her as she lowers the notebook to match his eyes. There is a softness to his stare now, something new beaming. They are connecting.
When he went away, off into the sky to claim his corner, a cloud of his own, I would wait by the window, eyes to that sky, and I would hum the hymnals of his heart, hoping that he would hear and come back down to give me his words. But he never came back. I remembered he once took me to a garden, guarded by green beauty. He picked me a rose, his red remembrance to his little girl.
She puts the notebook down and reaches in her purse again, this time pulling out a small rose.
And even though I don't see them as often anymore, when I do see a rose, I make sure to pick it. You see, when I was little, my dad sat me down and told me that a rose is special because it's the result of nothing but the world. And no matter what happens to us, to society, to the neighborhoods we live in, roses are still going to grow. They don't need our permission. They don't listen when a daisy tells them they can't. They still grow and thrive and bring happiness and love even in times like these. You can trust that the sun will wake up every morning, even if our loved ones don't.
She hands the rose to Langston.
We're all roses. We can grow past this.
He examines the rose, maintaining his newfound softness, nearly breaking a smile, nearly shedding a tear. We hear a phone notification ring. It snaps Langston back into reality. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out his cell phone. His face sinks.
What is it?
It's a neighborhood in Fresno. It was supposed to be a protest to make vaccines cheaper, I guess, but it took a turn.
So many people. They look so scared. They're hysterical. I've never seen so many people panicked.
It's like they know their time is running out.
Or they're just waiting to grow.
Guess it's...
Suddenly, a single light shines down on Zoe. She is the only thing illuminated in the sea of darkness. She reaches out her hand. When she does, another light appears, this time down on Langston. He looks around, then looks to her as she stands. Langston grabs his backpack and puts it on, then takes her hand. Zoe grabs her purse and smiles at him.
I was pretty bummed out when they canceled school and stuff. I wanted to go to prom so bad. But I guess that's not happening, huh?
I'm sorry.
Look who's apologizing now. I'm rubbing off on you.
I don't know about that.
Dance with me?
Now? Here?
Why not?
What song do you want to dance to?
Away, mysterious poet.
You want to dance to nothing?
Do you prefer music?
It makes it a little less weird, don't you think?
Fine. We can have music. I'll hum and you make up the words.
They start dancing. Their two lights become one. We hear the faint sounds of an ambulance siren racing past, but they still dance. We hear an incoming breaking news report, but they still dance, looking each other in the eyes, now not breaking contact at all, not even for a second. The sounds fade behind them, and then their lights fade, and all we hear is music. The end.
Awesome. That's awesome. Good job, guys. Thank you so much. Namdi and Dari, thank you very much. Real quick, I realized we never even talked about what the recipe was for this bake-off. So the ingredients that we required people to have were an empty store, stadium, theater, or any place that's usually full and empty. Number 2, a bottle of hand sanitizer, high in demand. Number 3, a virtual dance or duet. People didn't really quite know what to do with this one, but it was all up to their interpretation. Number 4 is a moment of mass panic. Number 5 is a light in the dark. And then for extra credit, we said either a flower, as in like something you pick from the ground, and then flour, which is like baking, like you bake with, also in high demand. Our next play, let me just pull it up real quick, is called The Birthday Party That Had to Be Canceled. This play was written by a 6-year-old. Her name is Ansley Horn, with support from her mother, Elizabeth Horn. Ansley is 6 years old. She likes to read, ride her bike, and is in kindergarten in Miss Ta's class. What keeps her positive? She said her family keeps her positive. That's the cutest thing ever. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to bring on, Sam, I'm going to take you out real quick. Bring on Sarah, Chase, Sammy, Sebastian, Jordan, and take myself out. You guys just introduce yourself and I'll put Josh in.
Hi guys.
Okay, hi.
I
hope everyone. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a 3rd year with the University of Minnesota BFA Actor Training Program, and I'm playing Lucy.
Howdy, I'm Chase. I'm a junior at the University of Minnesota, and I'll be playing Ryan.
Hello, I'm Joshua Brailsford. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm also a 3rd year in the program, and I'll be playing Grandpa.
I'm Sammy again, and I'm also
Hi,
going
everyone.
to be playing
my
Sophie.
beauty. Okay. Hi, everyone. A 3rd year, and I'll be playing Lisa and Lily. No.
Hey guys, I'm Sebastian Grimm. I'm from Oberlin, Ohio. I'm a 3rd year in the program, and I'm playing Dad.
Hi, I'm Frankie. I'm also a 3rd year in the program. I'm from New York City, and I'll be playing Mom.
Time, March 14th, 15th, 2020. Place, Lucy's house in Georgia. A park, an alternate universe. Scene 1, Saturday. Lights up on the living room in Lucy's home. Mom is in the kitchen while Lucy sits at the counter and Sophie plays on the floor. Ryan is lounging on the couch. Dad is reading a magazine.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I know, big day tomorrow.
We need to finish making the party favors. Sophie, don't touch the cupcake.
Yum yum! Want one?
No, no, no. Let's go play in the other room.
I'll help Lulu ice the cupcakes.
I'm also so excited. I'm gonna get 1,000,000 tickets.
I bet you won't.
Will too.
I'm the birthday girl, so you have to share it with me if you do.
Whatever.
Lucy, go wash your hands.
Okay, but brother, you still have to share those tickets with me.
Wash them really good. There are all those germs out there floating around these days.
Yeah, what's the big deal anyway?
No, just this virus going around. It's flu season. It'll pass.
The phone rings. Lucy and Ryan race for the phone. Ryan gets there first.
Hello? It's for you, Lucy Goosey.
I'm not a goosey. Give it to me. Hello? Hello?
Lulu!
Lily! Lily! Lily!
Happy last day as a 6-year-old. Oh, why can't I be 7?
Your birthday's next month, right? Hey, Lily, isn't your birthday next month?
But I want my birthday now because I want to go in the ticket blaster. You're so lucky.
Well, you can choose Chuck E. Cheese for your birthday.
The doorbell rings.
I'll get it. Grandpa's here. I gotta go. Bye, best friend.
Lucy runs to the front door and flings it open. Ryan and Dad make their way over as Mom and Sophie
Bye, best
re-enter.
friend. See you tomorrow.
Grandpa, what's that in your hand?
Well, hello there to you too, birthday girl.
No, really, what is it?
It's hand sanitizer because the virus going around is worse for old folks like me. Come on, everybody, lather up.
Stuff is sticky.
It's for your own good and mine. And no hugs this visit. We'll fist bump like the cool kids do.
Everybody uses the hand sanitizer except Lucy, then fist bumps Grandpa.
Glad you made it safely.
Hey, Dad. This is weird.
Hey, son.
Did you hear? I'm gonna win 1,000,000 tickets at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I bet you are.
Grandpa!
Oh, how about you, Lucy? Can I get a fist bump?
Maybe later.
The phone rings. Ryan and Lucy run to it. Lucy wins.
Hello? Mom, it's for you.
On our house phone? That's odd. Hello? Oh, hi. Really? Is that necessary? Oh, okay. Well, that's disappointing, but I understand. Yes, thank you for calling. Thank you for letting us know. Goodbye.
Who was that?
Chuck E. Cheese is closing. The birthday party's canceled.
A moment of mass panic.
No!
1 million tickets.
What sort of business cancels a kid's birthday party?
Now everyone calm down.
I invited my.
Did they give us the deposit back?
Well, we'll just have it here.
Now hold on.
We'll call all your friends.
What about the tickets?
Everyone stop talking right now.
Grandpa never yells. The family stops and stares at him, stunned.
I told you, this virus is terrible. That's why I brought the hand sanitizer.
Well, I did.
And it's really bad for people like me. And they don't know yet how to cure it. So the best we can do is slow it down. I'm glad Chuck E. Cheese is closed. And more businesses need to close.
Well, I didn't know
schools.
that.
Even schools.
I just got an alert from Hall County Schools. They're closing schools for the next 2 weeks.
Wow, I guess this is more serious than we realized.
Lucy crosses to Grandpa and holds out her hand for a pump of hand sanitizer. Then she puts out her fist for a fist bump.
We'll find a way to still make your birthday fun, sweetie. I promise.
Lights fade. Scene 2, Sunday. It is the next day. The family walks in through the front door, all talking and laughing. They are wearing hiking clothes, and Lucy has a birthday tiara on.
Remember when the lady bowed to me on the trail? That was so.
Yeah, but don't get used to the royal treatment. You're just the birthday girl today.
You can wear that tiara whenever you want, but you two need to go change now. You are all filthy. I'll start a load of laundry.
You kept up pretty well there, old man.
Well, these knees still have a few years left in them, I'd say.
Beautiful day on the trail today.
The weather was gorgeous too, and we saw so many birds.
Birdie!
And we maintained our social distance. I told you we could still have fun and help keep the virus at bay.
Great idea, Johnny. Thanks for saving Lucy's birthday.
Hey, thanks for listening to me.
Lucy and Ryan re-enter. Lucy is wearing a party dress.
How about cupcakes before presents? I'm starving.
Cupcakes!
Can we Skype with Lily now?
Okay, everybody. Everyone to the kitchen table. I'll grab my laptop.
They gather around the table. Mom brings over the cupcakes and a 7 birthday candle. Dad opens his laptop and places it on the table.
Lily! Happy birthday, best friend.
Thanks, best friend.
How's it been?
Not that bad. I was sad about my party getting canceled, but we went on a hiking trip in the park, and now I get to talk with you. And do my grandpa.
Wow, Lucy, I'm impressed.
All right, here we go. Ryan, get the lights.
Ryan turns off the kitchen light. The candle and computer screen are the only lights in the dark.
Ready, everyone?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Birthday, dear Lucy.
Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Blackout. Scene 3, Sunday in an alternate universe. Lucy's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. She is wearing her party dress and tiara. A large ensemble enters. Children and grown-ups at Chuck E. Cheese. People are playing games, eating, hugging, and high-fiving one another. Ominous music plays and the lights shift. Two dancers enter dressed in red and black. They move through the space in a virtual duet. As they come in contact with humans, the humans become infected and begin dancing in abstract movement to represent the disease spreading. Suddenly, the music stops and the lights and the movement return to normal, but the two dancers remain. The virus has spread, but no one knows. Lucy's family and friends gather around a table.
Ready, everyone?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lucy. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish.
Blackout. End of play.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, there's some technical difficulties going on. We're new to all this technology and stuff like that, so we're trying our best. So if there were lags, we apologize. Congratulations to Ansley. We just got a picture from her mother of her watching the play, and it's the most adorable thing in the entire world. All right, so our next play is called Grocery Shopping. It's a war zone out there. All right, so this play is written by Amy Oestreicher. She's from Westport, Connecticut, USA. She's an Audie Award-winning nominated playwright, performer, and multidisciplinary creator. She's a singer, librettist, and visual artist. She dedicates her work to celebrating untold stories and the detours in life that can spark connection and transform communities. Amy overcame a decade of trauma to become a sought-after PTSD specialist, author, artist, and writer for the Huffington Post. International keynote speaker, RAIN representative, and health advocate. She's given 3 TED Talks. I watched one of them. It's pretty fantastic. She also, she's contributed to NBC's Today, CBS Cosmopolitan, 17 Magazine, Washington Post, Good Housekeeping, MSNBC, among many others. She also has toured a multi-award-winning musical called Gutless and Grateful. She's got a lot of stuff going on. Go check out her website at www.amyoes.com. Go check out her stuff. She's got a lot of great stuff going on. Congratulations, Amy. What is Amy catching up on during social distancing? Her artwork. What inspires her? An empty store, virtual dance, Purell, Light in the Dark, Moment of Mass Panic, and Flower/Flower. So without further ado, I'm going to bring back in Sofina, Isa, and Josh.
I can start. I'm Isa. I'm playing Poncho, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm a 3rd year BFA in the UMN program.
I'm Sofina Sago. I'm currently living in Minneapolis, and I'm an alumni of the BFA program.
Hi, I'm Josh again, and I'll be playing Bart.
Awesome. And I'm Gus, as some of you well may know, and I am playing Al.
I'm Jane. I didn't say that. I don't know how to point. There it is.
Time. Now. Setting. Literally a war zone with shopping carts. Quote, detours allow us to find the exotic flowers along the unexpected path. We might not know where our detour is headed, but the more we travel, the more we see that our detours are not really detours at all. They are the path we've taken, a path that makes us who we are. End quote. The author. At Rise, a completely abandoned grocery store, Jane and Al push a cart.
Hello? I don't think anyone is here, dear.
Hello? Gosh, you're right, I guess. Well, you said you always wanted one of those, God, what do you call them? Withdrawals, where it's quiet. Like asylum?
Retreat. It's for artists, dear.
Yes. Retreat, that's what it was. Well, I mean, close second.
Where are we?
We're in a city of canned goods, a metropolis of groceries to bag, items to scan, and aisles to trod through.
Excuse me?
You wanted to go grocery shopping, right?
That's why I gave up the gym, dear.
Well, that's where I brought you.
This doesn't look like a grocery store, dear.
No? Vortex. A cyclone of packaged goods. Squeaky carts rolled through the marked paths like army tanks, armed with a fierce mission to complete a shopping list. And there's one thing you must seek.
The couple looks around. They are suddenly in a battlefield with aisles lined up as if in a grocery store.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm just kidding, but not really.
Bartolomeo di Alviano appears in the field, a famous dead Italian war general.
Buongiorno! Beautiful day for a battle, eh?
What on earth?
Name's Bart. Bartolomeo d'Alviano.
Oh, I know you. I've heard your name somewhere. Do you own that restaurant on the Upper East Side?
I'm Italian condottiero and captain distinguished in the defense of the Venetian Republic against the Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian.
So I take it you're not from around here.
But yes, I am. Hired by Ferdinand II of Spain, I was determinant in the victory at the Battle of Garigliano over the French army, which started the Spanish domination over southern Italy.
So you don't work here?
Have you seen my resume? I've conquered and sacked Pordenone after it had fallen again to the House of Habsburg. I'm responsible for the French victory at Marignano, the grand old fall of 1515, in which I attacked the Swiss mercenaries in the corps of only 300 knights.
Is that all?
Later on, I also managed to conquer Bergamo, and I would have done more, but I died, of course. Now my spirit lives here.
I came to go grocery shopping. This is not a grocery store. There's nothing here.
But aha! It is. It is a city of canned goods. Dire pane al pane e vino al vino.
Come again?
Call bread bread and wine wine. Dire pane al pane e vino al vino.
Bread. That's all I came here for.
No bread. Did you find the apples I like?
I don't think we're in a grocery store.
Of course we are. Well, aren't we? What the?
Jane and Al look around to find they are in a maze.
Non farti finocchiare. Don't let yourself be fooled.
Jane and Al each had a hand on a shaky cart.
Okay. Kellogg's, Lean Cuisine, Vitamin Water. I don't see any food here.
This is a war zone. Al, there are battle tanks.
Poncho appears, a small man with a scroll who looks like an old-school New York news reporter.
Who is this?
Ah, my little pocket historian. If he doesn't document everything I've accomplished, who will? History must be told.
And this guy here is gonna tell ya.
Go on, my little Pichito Pancho. Tell them how great I am. But first, a little scrub dub.
1509, the year he began the construction of the new city walls at Padua. However, he was crushingly defeated at the Battle of Agnadello, being also wounded in the fray. The Alviano was charged of the result, as he allegedly attacked the enemy without the authorization of Orsini, then commander-in-chief.
Punch.
Oh, sorry, sire. He then conquered 5 more countries after that, and other good stuff, too.
That's more like it.
Until captured by the French, he remained a prisoner until 1513. In 1513, after the alliance between France and Venice against the Duchy of Milan, he was freed, and later fought against the French commander Louis de la Tremoille. He was defeated at the Battle of Vicenza by the Spanish Viceroy of Naples, Ramon de Carvajal.
That's enough of that. Go right in your book, Punch.
Strawberry or vanilla?
Yogurt? The shelves are empty. Al, you don't think this is strange? There are cannons.
Not in the dairy aisle. I mean, that's about it for my list. Do you want anything else, babe?
There's nothing here.
Soup broth? I mean, it sounds great. I mean, I could use something hot on a day like this.
It's quite a hot day for battle.
Al, I do not think this is a grocery store.
Jane, this is no place to wonder. We're in a war zone. Just watch out for the warning shots, okay?
This is the soup section.
You said you wanted soup.
No, we need the kosher section. I need kosher broth.
Poncho re-enters and starts to narrate and write, as if a news reporter on the scene with breaking news.
Al took a tense breath that failed to be fully inhaled. His words were barely above a whisper, as though he would much rather have read his mind, like reading the back of a nutrition label.
Why do we need kosher broth?
I thought we were going to keep kosher in this house.
Honey, when we got married, we agreed that we were going to be generally spiritual. You could have your Hanukkah and things, but we weren't going to go much further than that.
Jane ran her thumb over each of her unpolished fingernails 2, 3, 4 times until she was able to swallow the bright red ball of tension that was sitting in the back of her throat. She enunciated every word as though she were learning to talk.
You promised me that I could have my heritage.
I did, and I meant it, but keeping kosher? I mean, how far are we going to go with this? Soon you'll be wanting to get our kids bar mitzvah. I mean, I'm not going to...
Al, you know I wanted this. You know I wanted to raise our kids Jewish. You know I wanted to protect my heritage and my culture and my way of life. You know that.
Honey, I'm not telling you what you can and can't do. I just don't get it. That's all.
Jane clenched her top and bottom lips together as she did a deliberate U-turn in the middle of the soup aisle and stepped purposefully, one foot after the other, in the other direction. The cart felt like it weighed 1,000,000 tons. Past the cereals, past the drink aisles, past the frigid frozen section, as frigid as she tried to make her heart towards Al. How could he put her through this now?
Look, Jane, I'm sorry. I had no idea that's what you wanted when we got married. I didn't know your faith was so important to you.
It's not important. So yes, it is. And yes, Al, I do want to raise our kids Jewish. I want them to be bar mitzvahed, and I want them to have a Jewish wedding, a wedding that you talked me into not having. And I want to be more than a once-a-year Jew that stuffs presents in our kids' faces for Hanukkah every year.
She leans all her body weight onto the glass case of frozen vegetables on the opposite aisle, just to brace herself. With the deep breath, she collects herself, pulled her shopping list out of her pocket, read it through, and stuffs it back in again.
Honey, please buy your soup.
There's nothing left here.
No, I want you to have it. Please, Jane, just buy the soup.
Just leave me alone. Josh, do you want to take Poncho?
Yeah, take the rest of Poncho. Sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties.
Keep it tucked into your pocket. Keep it warm inside your heart. Keep it plugged into your socket. Keep it close, every part.
Every
the soup?
part.
The soup?
Cherish it with every sunrise. Cherish it with every raindrop. Cherish it with every surprise. Cherish it. It's all you've got.
I still don't follow.
Face
it when your hands grow cold. Face it when your point of view grows smaller when you get old. This is fear that stalls and shocks us. This is worry we can't win. These are the thoughts that freeze and lock us in the same place we've been in.
Come on, Al.
Lights flicker out.
Al, the lights went out.
Follow the voice,
Jane.
That this is trust, that there's a lesson. In each struggle and each hurdle, this is trust that there's a blessing. In angst that makes your blood curdle.
Poncho. Embrace it when it all gets too much. Embrace it. Things shock and scare. Embrace it when you need to touch a solid thing that keeps you there.
Oh, I get it. You're some kind of prophet, right? And this is really profound marriage advice.
All I do is write the words. It's up to you to make the meaning.
We are never going grocery shopping here again.
Wait, honey. There's one more thing here. You wanted flour?
There's nothing here.
No, I think we skipped the baking aisle. I think it's aisle 8.
There's nothing here.
Come. Let's check again. Embrace it when it gets too much. Embrace it, things shock and scare. Embrace it when you need to touch. A solid thing that keeps you there.
Sound of footsteps.
What's happening?
The sound of a cannon. A light shines. It is Poncho with his cannon.
A battlefield, no?
Light pours through the grocery store ceiling.
And Poncho blasts a hole through the sky. This one's for the books.
I found it. Aisle 8.
I would call this a time for mass panic, but there's no one here.
Flour.
No, dear.
Flour, dear. Like flour.
There is nothing.
Bending to the ground, a mound of grass starts to grow. He pulls a flower from the growing grass.
Embrace it when things get all too much. Embrace it, things shock and scare. Embrace it when you think you need to touch a solid thing that keeps you there.
A solid thing to keep me here.
End.
Awesome. Thank you, Sophina and Josh and Isa. Isa had to drop out there because of technical difficulties, but she also was part of this. Thank you, Sophina. Awesome. All right, our next play is, hold up, so sorry. This play is called 6 Feet. I got to get the full name. 6 Feet of Distance Apart, a love story from the end of the world by MC Steffen and Joshua Sonny Harris. MC Steffen is a Chicago-based playwright and solo performer from Dunedin, Florida. And Joshua Sonny Harris is a New York-based screenwriter from Saratoga, California. During social distancing, they have been catching up on their college friendship by writing this play. They wrote this together over video conference at a distance of approximately 7,286,400 feet apart. All right, so I'm going to bring in Tori and Nigel. Here we go, and I'm going to take myself out. Good luck, you guys.
Hi, I'm Tori. I'm from Plainfield, Illinois, and I'm a third year in the UMN BFA Guthrie program.
And I'm Nigel. I'm in the same company at the UMN BFA Guthrie program.
1. An unlikely encounter.
I've never been one much to go out of doors. I fashion myself a high-functioning hermit. If you need proof, you can just ask my friends. And if I had friends, they would surely confirm it.
I'd never been out of Bemidji, my hometown. I'd always considered it not worth the risk, but work shipped me off to a conference in Brooklyn, a place far too packed, with a pace far too brisk.
It's wild how a crowd can make you feel so lonely, how lost you can be, even in your hometown.
We weren't supposed to meet in our lifetimes.
But did. And this is the story of how it went down. New York was normal, well, normal as ever.
At first, it seemed only a few were infirmed.
But so much can change in just one New York minute.
When suddenly, 500 cases confirmed.
The CDC issued its recommendation.
Quarantine and a full 6 feet of distance. Back home in Bemidji, that wasn't an issue.
But in New York City, you meet some resistance. So picture yourself in Midtown Manhattan.
With huge hordes of humans preparing for plague.
I knew that supplies would soon be deleted.
I gathered my courage and my shopping bag.
When screaming and panic, disaster en masse, everyone looking to save their own ass.
Rolls of TP rolling off of the shelves, everyone thinking of only themselves.
Customers swapping their germs in the aisle, then touching their faces. How nasty, how vile.
And not that we want to make this a polemic, but don't go to Dwayne Reed in a global pandemic.
I was looking for something to sanitize with.
And that's when the two of us locked our eyes with
The very last bottle of Purell Advanced Hand Sanitizing Soothing Gel with triple action moisturizer. Sorry there, lady, but I saw it first. When a person calls dibs, it can't be reversed.
Buddy, there's no way in HELL you're taking the very last thing of Purell.
I've got to have it. Without it, I'll panic. Hole up in my home, I'll drive myself manic. I'll fall into fits of hyperventilation, succumbing to a bout of asphyxiation.
You must understand why I feel so wary. I've spent my whole life being an actuary. I've crunched all the numbers, and yes, I'm expectant. I will literally die without this disinfectant.
So if one of us takes this, the other's in danger. Could I really do that to this beautiful stranger?
I propose that we just share the bottle to start, so long as we always keep 6 feet apart.
It was clear there was no other way left to see it. Well, if that's how it is...
Then so germaphobe be it.
2, 6 feet of distance apart.
So through Central Park, on we walked with great speed. I 6 feet ahead and her 6 feet behind.
And what's that you say? Why not take the train? Excuse me, but are you quite out of your mind? The subway is filthy. It's full of contagions. I'd much rather crisscross all over Manhattan than wallow the while in a whole city's microbes.
And sit in a train car some hobo is shatting.
My flight had been canceled. My hotel was nasty. We walked to his loft on the Upper West Side.
And before you suggest I'm some Don Juan de asshole, we kept those 6 feet even holed up inside.
Humming the melody to Happy Birthday, we each washed our hands for well over an hour.
We rinsed the Purell bottle with the Purell and fought over who got to take the first shower.
Then he to his own room, and I to the spare. His place was much bigger than you might expect. I wondered how he could afford this much room.
My life's a failed rom-com. I'm an architect. 6 feet at all times by our mutual insistence as we settled into our daily routine.
The space came in handy for keeping our distance. We hunkered on in for a long quarantine.
I was insistent on cleaning the dishes, so she got to work disinfecting the soap.
And how do you disinfect disinfectant? With more disinfectant, some moxie, and hope.
My place was so clean and so sparkly and shiny because of my germaphobe partner in crime.
But though we were proving to be quite the pair, we kept up the distance, 6 feet at all times.
It was, in a way, like an elegant waltz. I'd step 2 toward the kitchen.
And I'd 2 away. I'd reach across the couch and turn on the TV.
And I'd counter by turning the opposite way. Together in quarantine. 6 feet away.
6 feet away. Meanwhile, the newscasts were growing despairing. I tuned in to see a whole world run amok. The streets were all empty. The city a ghost town.
Everything totally fucked.
Language.
New York felt eerie, completely deserted. Theaters and stadiums specially struck. And I'm not a sports fan, but I was converted. Everything's totally...
Not again.
Fudged.
I realized that under his crusty persona, he just couldn't cope with New York in ersatz.
Never thought that I would, but I miss all the people. I miss culture and food. Hell, I even miss cats. I started to tear up. To hide it, I blinked.
I reached out to comfort him. Just didn't think.
6 feet!
I'm sorry.
I know, but we can't. I can't deal with the stress.
He went back to his room. I curled up in mine. Not 6 feet of distance, now quite in excess.
3, fonder makes the heart grow absence.
I'm sorry, not sorry, I let myself slip and grazed my hand near to your panicking face. But if you can't let someone into your bubble, then what is the point of your personal space?
My cell phone was buzzing. I hate that loud buzzing. They make too much noise and they cause too much cancer. But then when I saw it was her who kept calling, I figure I maybe should pick up and answer. Hey.
A is for horses. It was more than the germs that he found oh so gross. He'd never let anyone awfully close.
I'd reacted too harshly, now I couldn't fight it. The knowledge my feelings for her were requited. Look, I'm no fool, you're a pandemic dream, but this is all new for me.
Sweetie, I know, but long as we're in this apocalypse together...
I'm with you, but could we please just take it slow?
By day, we acted like nothing had changed. The end of the world we platonically share. But everything shifted as soon as night came, when, from separate rooms, we began our affair.
On Facebook we poked, we slid into DMs. Our Instagram game was really quite splendid. We messaged on FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, and LinkedIn.
Sent Snapchats exactly how they were intended.
And for once, social media brought people
together.
The sound of a Skype call starting.
Hey.
A is for horses.
May I have this dance?
What dance?
This dance.
Him and her rise. They dance in separation rooms, with each as the other's imaginary partner, matching their steps to their partners on their screen.
Give your hearts a song.
I recalled what I'd heard as a kid at school dances. The chaperones watching the teen sucking face cried, "Leave room for Jesus."
That's weird.
So I know. I doubt even Jesus needs quite this much space. So with creativity and some persistence,
we grew quite close despite 6 feet of distance.
4. Well, actuary.
The newscaster said this would be a Gomorrah. The months rolled right by and we braced for that Sodom. For ages we thought there would be no tomorrow, but docs looked for cures and eventually got them.
So just go outside. The news was empathic. They turned on a dime, but I was apoplectic. How could all the world become asymptomatic? I still had 2 years worth of prime antiseptic. There's no way I'm going to leave now because my quarantine won't end till I say it does. I think that we better stay in just in case.
For how long?
Oh, just till the calm has subsided.
But what do we do then, and where do we go?
I don't know. There's still so much that's left undecided. These times in the bunker have gotten me through what I was so sure was the end of my life. But now that we know life will still go on living, I'm finally ready to make you my wife.
Oh, okay.
But I missed all the echoing doubt. Some distances cannot be measured in feet. No matter your efforts, you still come up short. They're just too damn far.
I love you, but there are just too many risks. Actuarially speaking, I can't be your wife. Do you want me to list all the oopses and gotchas we'd be signing up for the rest of our life? What are the chances that we would be happy? They are slim to none, dear, that we would thrive. And what does it matter when climate change threatens, that none of us live out our natural lives? And if we did last, what would we leave behind? We'd see toddlers become quarantines. In a world where disasters just happen like clockwork, to subject them to that, the idea is obscene.
We'd know how to protect them. We're both paranoiacs.
Yes, I admit that we make quite the pair, but we can't disinfect the whole world of its awful, and you can't measure up to my endless despair. Our relationship lasted up here in the bunker, but you needed that bond to have 6 feet of distance. Could we ever have love built on closeness together if you couldn't when facing the end of existence? I could live with you when I was sure we would die, but I can't live with you if I'm going to live.
She was over the threshold, then over 6 feet, then beyond any distance that I could make up. I thought about chasing her, tearing down Broadway. And sometimes I do, but then I wake up.
5. There are a lot of people in the phone book, even in Bemidji, Minnesota.
If time was a days in those days she was here, well, the next days were doozies once she had departed. With just disinfectant for company now, I thought back to how our relationship started. Just one panic day before lockdown was called. 2 strangers by chance and a Dwayne Reed just met. Could anything be a more beautiful start? 'Twas no less, I think, than what I call kismet. 99.99% of bacteria killed by this bottle, I remember she went.
Sure, that's all swell, fine and dandy, I guess. But what of the other 0.01%?
Amid all these memories, one painful reminder. She mentioned Bemidji, but never her name. I poured through the phone book so desperate to find her, but everyone's answer was always the same. Hello, is this her?
No, this is Sarah Ann.
Hello, is this her?
No, this is Amy Flam.
I had only hope with no guide, no plan. Hello, is this her?
No, this is Emma Reed.
Hello, is this her?
No, this is Larkin Sneed.
This was becoming a trial indeed. Hello, is this her?
No, this is Sally West.
Hello, is this her?
No, this is Mary Best.
No luck so far, so I called up the rest. Hello, is this her?
No, this is Alice Flanagan.
Hello, is this her?
No, you've reached Amy Flan again.
I was quite up to here with all these shenanigans. Hello, is this her?
No, this is Gwendolyn Drum-Gulensteinenberg.
I didn't find her. I called every number multiple times, but it didn't pan out. I'd long since run out of all hope, cheer, and joy when my 2 years of disinfectant ran out. I went back to Duane Reade and what in the hell?
I was standing right here, right beside the Purell. I realized I'd let my fear make me a fool. I'd lost all my senses, including direction. I tried to, but couldn't get back to his loft, and I couldn't remember the darned intersection. I buzzed every buzzer of every apartment, all over the Big Apple's Upper West Side, sanitizing my hands in between every button, my knuckles chafing with each squirt I applied. Buzzer 1. No, this was no fun. Buzzer 2. No, what was I to do? Buzzer 3. No. Would it ever be he? Buzzer 4. No. So I tried a few more. Buzzer 5,800,010.
Well, we don't need to go through this whole shtick again.
I thought were we ever to meet face to face, the only hope was in the very first place. That store where we met amid doomsday's stampede. Aisle 6, cleaning products, in our own Duane Reade. So it wasn't completely by chance I came. Every day to that aisle, hopeful and expectant. One day he'd be ready to rejoin the world, and we'd be reunited by more disinfectant.
2 whole years had passed, but then to my surprise,
the two of us finally once more locked eyes with
another bottle of Purell Advanced Hand Sanitizing Soothing Gel with triple action moisturizer in industrial size.
Labeled half off. Now that's quite a steal. But after he'd placed it in the shopping cart, we ran toward each other with wide open arms. No more fear or pandemics to keep us apart.
Hey.
Hey. Hay is for horses.
No longer needing the 6 feet of distance.
Both of us ready for real coexistence.
6. A light in the dark.
Your parents have never much loved the outdoors. We fashion ourselves as a family of hermits.
And so Quarantina, and so Quarantine. That's the story of us, how him and her met.
So no need to fret, monsters under your bed. Good night, little munchkins. Now sleep without fear. The world is so full of such terrible horribles. You really are both so much safer in here.
And what's that you say? Why haven't we used the tub of Purell in industrial size? We keep it on our kitchen table because we like to remember when we first locked eyes.
Also, we haven't resolved which of us it belongs to.
I bought the tub.
But I saw it first. I beat you to the store.
God, you were the worst. You were there because of me.
Is that relevant? How?
Well, actuary. Let's not do this
right now.
We'll just say goodnight, kids, and turn off the light, and leave you with just a few last sweet remarks.
We'll plug in the floor lamp. Remember, keep hope. There's always a small glowing light in the dark.
And if you get scared and you have a bad dream,
about oopses and gotchas and frightening old fears.
Like the spiders you eat in your sleep every year, or global pandemics, or swift climate change.
Or howling tornadoes not quite out of range. Or all the lead paint on the swings where you play.
Or stock markets crashing your 401k, or sinking in quicksand, or sinking in doubt.
Or small confined spaces you'll never get out. Or earthquakes that register 10 on the Richter.
Getting eaten alive by a boa constrictor. Or being stark naked while speaking in public.
Or the steady collapse of the U.S. Republic. Or that nagging feeling that blankets all moments.
That crippling loneliness deep in your gut that you try to dismiss, but you can't because it's the crushing certainty that you are ultimately completely alone each and every day.
Or, gosh, what was it we're trying to say?
All these fears are valid. They're part of existence. But you can't spend your whole life consumed by your fears.
You've just got to trust us. Believe our insistence. that mommy and daddy will always be here.
Until one of us dies. But till that day...
If you need us, just call. We'll be right on our way.
Because we're just across the hall, only 6 feet away.
6 feet away.
Dactylic tretameter gets me every time. Alessandra, hello. We'll put you back. Awesome. Oh God, that's so beautiful. Quick shout out. I see Joe Price, the coach, is in the audience tonight. Hello, Joe Price. We love you. Also some product placement. We got Dwayne Reed, Purell. Go out and buy it. You can't. Also, I'm sorry I didn't give a content warning. I know there was a bad word in there. Well, it's too late now. Okay, so now I'm going to welcome, well, first of all, our next play is called Shadows on the Wall, a quarantine play. It's by Jivani Rodriguez. Jivani Rodriguez is from Fairfield, Iowa. Jivani Rodriguez is a third-year theater major and actor-playwright deviser at the University of Iowa. She was recent credits include a workshop of her production Home, Garden, and Scouts in the university's 2020 10-Minute Play Festival. She also was just played number 11 in The Wolves at the Floodwater Comedy Festival. And despite what it looks like, she's definitely not just two kids in a trench coat. What inspires her? Weird theater, unconventional spaces, and quarantine bake-offs. Thank you, Jivani. So now I'm going to welcome to the stage, we've got Alessandra and Tony. Oh, Tony, he's doing some warm-ups. You guys just want to introduce yourselves, and then I'll exit.
Hi, I'm Alessandra Bongiardina. I'll be playing the intercom voice. I'm from Colorado originally. I live in Minneapolis now, and I'm an alumni of the U of M Guthrie BFA Actor Training Program.
Hi, I'm Antonio Gonzalez Rios Luna. I'm from Whittier. I'm playing Robin. I'm from Whittier, California originally, and I'm living in Minneapolis, and I'm also a third year in the U of M BFA Guthrie Actor Training Program. I'm excited to be here. I'm also streaming on
now.
Instagram.
What?
Anyway, go. Sorry.
Time, now or the future or both. Place, a quarantine room. Scene 1. The room is dark. Robin pulls the stub of a candle out of their pocket. They place it on the floor. They pull out a matchbox. It's okay if we don't see any of this. They strike a match. It goes out. They strike another. It doesn't work. They strike a third one and use it to light the candle. They start making shadow puppets.
Dog. Rabbit. Snail. Owl. Eagle. Pigeon. Pelican. Parakeet. Egret. Stork. Goose.
A flock of geese appears in a V formation. We hear their honks.
Woodpecker.
Slowly birds are added. The soundscape grows.
Quail. Goldfinch. Albatross. Chicken.
Suddenly, thousands of hands are flying, winging, weaving, waving, soaring, sighing, dipping, and diving. It's a frenzy of dance and movement and flapping. The monitors in the room show clips of bird migration documentaries.
Lark. Loon. Cuckoo.
They migrate south and disappear again.
Robin.
The candle is snuffed out as the room lights whir on, as though on a timer. There are monitors in the space, a live feed of Robin from many angles. We now see that the room is a pristine white. Sheets, lamp, lights, all drained of color. Even the sound feels like it's being siphoned out. Everything has the impression of being scrubbed clean, bleached. The intercom chimes.
Good morning.
Blackout. Scene 2. Robin lays in bed. A slot in the door opens and a covered meal tray is inserted. Robin looks at it but does not get up. The intercom chimes.
Eat. Sam.
Don't.
Sam, please
That's
eat.
not my name.
That is the name we have on file.
So change it.
Our current regulations do not allow a change in human records.
I don't care. It's not me. My name is Robin.
Do you need to be reminded of the rules again? Meals are to be eaten between 1 and 2 p.m. Finished trays are to be discarded in the trash slot located under the door. We collect every tray at precisely 2 p.m. to keep our operation running efficiently. You know this.
I'm eating. It tastes so yummy.
I can see you. Will you please just eat? We're doing this for your sake, for your safety, for everyone's safety.
Robin hides under the covers.
Help us take care of you. Sam. Robin? Robin, I'm sorry about this, about all of it, but we didn't know what else to do, and something is better than nothing. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this, because I decided I had a responsibility to care for others, for you and people like you. I watched my son get trampled in the supermarket. I shouldn't be telling you this, and I'm sorry if it's not something you want to hear. You can plug your ears again if it gets to be. But I took him with me to the store. I shouldn't have. But I was scared to leave him alone at home. Paranoid like everyone else. So I went to try and get what we needed. Stuff my cart. Fill my reusable shopping bags to the brim. Pack my trunk with produce and frozen meals and hamburger helper before everything ran out, before everything was emptied. And it was just a rush of people out of nowhere grabbing toilet paper, bottles of hand sanitizer, Clorox wipes, disinfectant, bleach, anything they could get their hands on. We were all thinking the same thing, like a frenzy of startled birds taking off into the sky.
A blue light emanates from the metal slot in the door.
And that's when I lost my son for a second. Just for a second. I yelled for him, but there were women fighting, trampling people under their heels, pulling at each other's hair, drawing blood. I remember thinking it was like being in the Colosseum during a bullfight. And it was so strange. After all, wasn't the whole point to stay away from each other? How is this happening? Why are we acting like animals? And when the carts and the people parted, there he was. Like somebody had spilled grape juice on white linoleum. I screamed. I picked him up. I tried to put him back together. All I could do was rock him and cry. I was trapped there for weeks. I'm still there. And then I realized the aisle was just as empty as I was.
What was his name?
Jonah.
A dove.
What?
If the lights were off, this would be a dove. Or Jonah. I'm sorry. You don't have to say anything.
Please, just eat. Okay?
Robin gets up. There is a big blue stain in their bed. They unwrap the plastic utensils and peel off the shrink wrap or aluminum foil or metal lid and begin to eat. Blackout. Scene 3. We hear music filtering in from the intercom. Claire de Lune, maybe, maybe not. It is tinny, faint, and yet it continues to play. The walls are leaking in blue. The intercom chimes.
It's all I could find. I hope you like it.
Robin is dancing in their room, dancing with themselves and their many selves in the monitors, and the self that exists outside of this place. With every step, they leave bright blue footprints. Their hands and fingers move as lithely as a puppeteer. As they dance, the music and lights swell to engulf the room. After a while, the intercom chimes.
I'm dancing with you, Robin.
Blackout. Scene 4. Darkness. The intercom chimes.
I shouldn't be doing this. If I get caught, they'll assign me somewhere else.
Thank you for the new candle. Was it hard to get?
It was worth it. Are you ready?
Robin lights the candle. The shadows yawn and stretch, awoken.
Yes.
Meow. Oof. No.
Are you done? I can do way more than that. What was that?
I don't know. I was hoping you would. I'm sorry. This is selfish. I just wanted to see it again before you left.
Am I leaving soon?
I don't know.
This one's a bear.
Blackout. Scene 5. The blue has taken over almost everything. The monitors are covered in it. Only pockets of white are left. The door is still blank. The combination makes the room look like a sky covered in clouds. Robin sits cross-legged in the center, eyes closed. The intercom chimes. They've been playing this game for a while.
What do you see?
Fields. Tall prairie grass, even higher than me. Higher than the ceiling of this room. So high, it touches the sky a little bit, just barely. Just enough to dip its ends in the blue paint. What do you feel?
Buttons on a wet collared shirt. The crinkle of a diaper. Tiny shoes with Velcro and light up soles. A plastic fire truck. Spit on a rattle. On everything. Just spit everywhere. And fat fingers. I could crush them if I squeezed too hard. What do you hear?
The wail of a loon. It sounds like wolves on the water, or what the moon would sound like if space wasn't mute. One calls out to the other saying, "I'm here! Where are you?" But it's too quiet. I can't tell where the other one is. You know, I don't remember the last time I laughed.
Well, neither do I.
I guess I don't really see the point of laughing. If I'm stuck here forever, in this room, in this body.
I think the laughing makes it easier, transforms it somehow. It changes things, even if you can't see it. Like the sun burning through itself trillions of miles away.
What if I never see the sun again?
You will.
Have you? Since?
I used to stare straight at it. I can't anymore. But there are still pockets of light, a slip of yellow, a handful tucked away.
I'd take retinal damage if it meant I got to see the sun.
Don't waste your eyes like that. There's so much still to see.
But what if I lose them from being in the dark too long?
Your ears and nose and fingers will compensate.
I just want to keep making shadow puppets.
Yes, you're very good.
Thank you. Want to see me do another one?
There is a buzz. The monitors go static, then shut off. The lights flash green.
Oh,
What was that?
Robin, congratulations. Your time here has been completed. You're released.
And what?
You're free to go.
The lights dim to a candle flicker. The door is now blue. As Robin walks to the exit, we see their shadow play on the wall.
Thank you for everything.
The birds from before all fly back in to lead their new brother through the skies.
Will I see you again?
You will. I promise.
As they turn the handle, a flood of light and sound rushes in like a burst dam. It is as though the whole world has come to greet them. The intercom chimes.
Fly away.
Robin turns bird. They let out a beautiful bird call, announce, "I'm right here." They soar into the blue. End of play.
God, another tearjerker. Just never stops. Thank you, Alessandra and Tony. That was wonderful. Love you guys. Love you all, dude. Okay. Remove Tony. Awesome. Okay. And my next shout out. I'm getting used to this. Maya Garcia. Hello. How are you? We love you. All right. So our next play is, and Joe Holcomb. I see you right there too. We love you, Joe Holcomb. Our next play is The Singer by, I'm going to ruin it. It's the Irish pronunciation of Seán, Seán Coyle. He's from Dublin, Ireland. So that's really super exciting. Like Nigel said earlier, we had people from all over the world, from Japan to Dublin to Australia to pretty much all continents except for us. Not Australia, except for Antarctica. So he holds a BTech Higher National Diploma in Communication and Media Studies. He's also an active volunteer, broadcaster, writer, producer for Dublin South Radio, specializing in multicultural activities, and also hosts an R&B music show. They also specialize in music journalism, writing actively for Pure M magazine, and is an actor, director, playwright for No Drama Theater Company, based in Dublin. He's also directed for the Short and Sweet and Frayed festivals, and he works at Trinity College. For his day job, he's in the research school as a PA. When I said we had 3 questions, we have what inspires you, what keeps you positive, and what are you catching up on during quarantine? He said music is the answer to all 3 of those questions. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in Sebastian and Liam. All right, good luck, you guys.
Hey guys, my name's Sebastian. Again, I'm from Oberlin and a 3rd year here in the BFA.
Hi, my name is Liam McGilligan. I'm originally from Madison, Wisconsin, and I'm a 4th year. I'm a senior. This is my final semester in the BFA program.
Emily, introduce yourself.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Emmeline. I'm a 3rd year in the UMN Guthrie program as well. And I'm playing Ma Doyle.
Song intro. The Singer. In a small cafe on a crowded night, in a spot of light, stands the singer. Fade.
Yeah, kid, he's available for bookings. He can still sing. Sure, he's a little older, uglier, and rounder. But he's still the great rockin' Raymondo. €20. No way, it's €200 for the night or no dice. He's in great spirits, rare form, and back from his stint in the madhouse. The health farm. Look, everything that glitters ain't gold, kid. But he can still shine on. For about an hour, anyway. He is coherent, I swear. He's brilliant. And I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. Look, I have to go. He needs me.
Ray is whimpering, crying quietly with his head in his hands at his dressing room mirror.
Shay, be honest. Am I a worthless old hag with no talent?
No. We've got a gig tonight, don't we? And I've almost got you another one for next week. So look alive. If tonight goes well, we'll get more and more bookings.
But I'm a friggin' fossil fuel sham trying to wriggle my arse for a gang of all ones in dinghy bars. Where's the dignity in that?
No, you're a classy dude with soul. And as for your arse, what an arse. Keep on wiggling. It packs them in. And besides, we're getting money for it, so buck up. Who needs dignity when we have bills to pay? We still owe St. Brendan's the medical bill too, you know. Look, someone sent you flowers. Oh.
Really? You think I'm classy? Thanks.
Yeah, of course you are. So sit up and shut up. Rayo, Snake Hips Doyle. I want that on the marquee. Just don't break your hip. That's all we need. Again.
Yeah. You sound like me da when you talk like that. Do this, do that. You're a nagging swine.
Ah, Jesus. They say everyone turns into their parents one day. You look like me ma looking in that mirror there.
Very funny. At least Ma could sing, and she was a good-looking woman. I got that from her. Talent and good looks. You and my da were like the fucking Gillette ad. Best pals, father and son, always concocting something. I'm surprised the pair of you never ended up in prison. 2 chancers, haha. It's gas, isn't it? But at least I kept the dignity of our family name up. Not like you, Parchet's always letting the side down.
Turns into the mirror to get ready and quietly sings to a tape of himself in a virtual duet with himself.
Still the song goes on. Is he the singer or the song? That was Ma's song, Shay. Remember? Remember, Shay?
Look at you. You jumped up little glorified karaoke singer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
I was only messing. Take a joke for once in your life. You're a moaning arsehole.
No, I'm bleeding sick of you. I am sick of your shit. You're always getting a dig in and passing it off as a joke. Well, no more. The moaning, the whining, the ungratefulness, the throwing back in me face because Da liked me better. I got you started doing something you loved. I made sacrifices, pulled strings, slept with the ugly birds just so you could get ahead. And you just complain. Then again, what else would you expect from a selfish, washed-up alcoholic? You're not even a has-been. You're a never-been.
Fuck you, Shay! How dare you? How bleeding dare you? Sacrifices, please! I didn't make you leave your wife and kids. Although Valerie was better off without you, if you ask me. You pulled strings? Only ones that were financially beneficial for you, too. Not that we made much money, thanks to you. Stiffing promoters, legging it out of venues with the fee before I went on, leaving me to pay up. Oh, and ugly birds. You got your hole, and you hurt, and manipulated people along the way like you always do. Plus, you never once tried to set me up with anyone. I could have married Julia Finch, and you had to go and screw her and break her heart. She could never look at me again the same way. She was my one shot at love. I could have made records, could have been on the radio, could have been a top-rate performer. But agents and managers wanted me, not you. I wouldn't leave you out of loyalty and pity. I pitied you. We were a package, and if they wanted me, you had to come too, come hell or high water, but they wouldn't. They knew you were a loser. That's what ruined it for me. They knew you were a second-rate wannabe. You're the fucking has-been, not me, a second-rate has-been at that.
Cop on, asshole. You're nearly fucking 70. And you can ditch that vanity bollocks now. I can't keep telling people you're 55. The shitholes you singing aren't that dark. And stop pouring whiskey down your throat. It's not going to make you look any younger. You're a wrinkled up alco. That was your downfall, and playing the bingo holes of Dublin was hardly gonna make you a global fucking superstar, was it now? Half of the time you were supposed to be singing, you were at the bar filling your face with ale. So don't get me started on who's the loser. You're only short of drinking that bottle of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, you're 62 and keep telling them ones you chase you're 48. They're not that bleeding, blind, blonde, or stupid. Impressing them with your Gucci suits. Gucci doesn't have 3 C's in it, spelling, you thick bastard. Gucci me arse.
How would you know? You're never sober. Jumped up wimp.
Dale boy trotter wannabe. All flash, no cash.
Girl, you've got more makeup on than Liz Taylor.
Jealous prick.
Mommy's boy.
Valerie was right not to take you back, you dumb illiterate piece of shit. And all your women, they always said you're never good in any sack. The only sack you were good at was getting sacked from jobs. At least I can read, dumb pig. You're a waste of life. It's a pity that when that bouncer stabbed you in 1978, you didn't die. Then I would have made it.
Of all the things to bring up, you horrible, despicable, stupid, nasty little...
Before Shay can finish the word, he goes to punch Ray and the fight comes to blows. A loud and boisterous noise bangs on the door.
Give it bleeding over the pair!
Mom?
In walks the boy's 90-year-old mother.
Still at it, I see. You'll never grow up. Just like your father. Lord rest his soul. You two put him in an early grave.
He was 82. That's hardly an early grave, Ma.
Shut your stupid arse mouth for once, Raymond Doyle. You're not too old for a clatter.
Ma, what are you doing here? You never come to Ray's shows.
Tom Jones there didn't want anyone to know he had an elderly mother. Him trying to pretend he's feckin' 30 odd. Imagine your 90-year-old mother sitting there having to listen to Ray murder all my favourite songs. No thanks.
I've bumped it up to 55, Ma. And he started it. And I always sing your favourite song. The singer.
55.
Yeah. What do you think, Ma? How do I look?
It looks like the 55 bus ran over ya. Take all that makeup off, you gobshite.
Ma, I'm sorry. Why didn't you ring? I would have collected you. And he started it.
I don't care who started it. You're both idiots. Big time Rayo and Shayo Doyle. The brat pack of Ballybow. Lord Jesus. And that wasn't my favourite song. I just told you that because it was the only one you can sing well. Now you two both act your ages. You're real ones.
Sorry, Ma.
Sorry, Ma.
Give me a hug, the pair of you. You're awful idiots, but I'm very proud of you. Both of you. Me and your father loved you equally. We never had favourites. We loved you both the same. I still do. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Your dad loved your confidence, Ray. He never had the balls to sing in public and try to make a go of something he wasn't good at. I'm getting paid for it as well. He admired that in you.
Thanks, Ma, I guess.
Now, make up. I won't be around forever. And all you have is one another. Life is too damn short for all this crap. Right. I'm off.
You're not sticking around, Ma. Ma.
No,
you're not sticking around.
I wouldn't be caught dead in this shithole. Besides, I have a date. The over 85s get together in on a community centre. Mr. O'Hannigan has been thwarting me to go with him for months. I figure there's life in this old girl yet. I'm not dead yet.
Well done, Ma.
Well done, Ma.
Thanks.
And thanks.
See you later. Mr. O'Hannigan. Isn't he the old fella that won all the money on the pools a while ago?
Yeah, Ma, the old devil. She's just as crooked as us.
You didn't lick it off a stone, Shay. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't mean what I said.
Yes, you did. It's all true anyway. But I accept your apology regardless.
I mean it. What a pair we are, eh?
Yeah, at least we'll always have each other. Who needs Julia Finch or my Valerie, for that matter?
They wouldn't understand anyway. And I didn't mean to go below the belt. You did work hard despite some flaws, but shit happens. And she never appreciated you or the fact that you're a wonderful father.
Thanks. That means a lot. Besides, you were better off too. Julia Finch was a gold digger anyway. She thought you were loaded. So she told me, and that's why I banged her, to get rid of her and spare you a lot of hassle and heartbreak. You deserve better, and still do.
Shay, you're my best friend and my partner in crime. You'll always be my baby brother. I'd never get by without you. I love you.
Oh, I love you too, you big tart. I'm sorry too. And we did have fun, still do, when we're not killing each other. It was all worth it. The years of struggle, the conniving, the hardships. At least we can say we haven't lived a boring life. Plus, you're not a bad singer, so.
Not boring. Well, that's for damn sure. And thanks. I try.
There's no
bond thicker than blood, and no bond
stronger than a brother's.
Spit shake, hug. Announcer calls Ray to the stage.
I have to go on.
Go get him, kid. Knock him dead. I'll be watching. Use the hand sanitizer before you go out. They're that virus, you know. You'll be the only light in the dark out there. Poor Ray. I probably should have told him no one showed up. The theatre is empty. Well, I've still got me fee. Still, the room belongs to the singer.
Shay runs out the back door. 10-second outro song plays. The singer. Outro.
Oh, thank you guys. Great accents, doing great work. You're both wonderful. God, so many quotable lines. My personal favorite is 55. It looks like the 55 bus ran over you. A lot of love for Ma, Emily Chu. We love you. All right. Oh, quickly, I've got some more shout outs. I'm loving this shout out game. We got Aaron Todd Douglas in the house. Hello, Aaron Todd. We miss you. Craig Johnson, one of our beautiful readers. We love Craig. How are you? And Steve Cardamone is also in the house. We love you, Steve Cardamone. All right. Next, we have Ghost Lights by Tofer Carlson. Tofer is from Salem, Massachusetts. He's a playwright, actor, and math teacher working out of Salem, Massachusetts. I already said that, where he lives with 2 dogs. He has 1-act plays produced in festivals around the country, and most recently in Box Fest Detroit, and On This Winter's Eve, theater company of Saugus. Tofer began writing for the stage in 2003 after a long series of half novels and not quite stories, and he never looked back. Since that point, just about every attempt to put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard has resulted in a script instead of a short story. Not that he's complaining. During social distancing, he's mixing it up with some long delayed house upkeep, writing, working on creative materials for his students to maintain their math levels with, and taking dogs for walks when it's not wicked gross out. Oh, I love that. Massachusetts slang. All right, I'm gonna bring in this cast right here. So we've got Dari, she's back for more. We got Amy, welcome to the stage, Amy.
Hi.
Jordan, let's hope it goes well this time. And then Cody, am I missing anybody? No. All right. Goodbye, guys. Good luck. Have a fun time.
Thanks,
Love
guys.
you all.
Hi guys, I'm Amy. I am a 3rd year in the U of M Guthrie Actor Training Program, and I'm playing Juliet.
Hey everyone, I'm Jordan. I'm also a 3rd year in the Guthrie Actor Training Program, and I'm playing Athena.
Hi, I'm Dari. I am a 1st year in the Guthrie Actor Training Program, and I am playing Harriet.
Hey y'all, I'm Cody. I'm a 3rd year in the Guthrie Actor BFA Training Program, and I'm playing Luther.
Lights come up very dimly, with a single ghost light supplying most of the apparent light. Stage is set as an abandoned theater space, with the ghost light and a few chairs covered by tarps. Maybe some props scattered around. Juliet stands on stage, deactivated. There's a commotion outside that grows in volume until Harriet and Luther burst in. There should be the sound of a violent crowd heard dimly throughout the show.
Holy shit!
I know!
I mean, it's like...
I know!
It's chaos out there! I knew it was coming.
I think we all did.
But it's one thing to know something in the abstract and another to be running through the riot. Why did we leave our apartment?
We didn't have a choice.
I know.
Better the rioting here with people trying to loot anything that's left than face a wave of infected moving through the residential area districts.
It's just, I didn't expect the city to go from somewhat normal to mass panic in so short a time.
Neither did I. What is this place?
Some kind of theater, I think. Looks abandoned.
It was, until you walked in.
Look, we don't want any trouble.
That's good. Neither do I.
We were just trying to get away from the mob outside. The door was open.
Clearly an oversight on my part.
And we saw this light and thought we might rest here for a while.
I'm not going to hurt you.
Thank you.
Please, just let me finish. I'm not going to hurt you. But this place isn't safe either. I'm going to have to trust that you aren't going to hurt me either. Are you clean?
Of course. We're standing, aren't we?
Doesn't mean much. Can you prove it?
Athena takes out a small vial of hand sanitizer, squirts some on her hand, and tosses it to Luther.
Does this stuff actually work?
It does. Something about the infection responds to the level of alcohol of the sanitizer. If I were infected, I'd be in a lot of pain right now.
Okay. You next.
Okay. No pain here. That means all three of us are safe, right?
Right. Do you mind?
Sorry.
This was a theater?
First one to open in the lunar colonies. Probably the last to close, too.
And you worked here?
Stage managed every production for the last 10 years.
I'm sorry. This must be hard for you.
Thanks.
What's with the light?
We call it a ghost light. Earth Seeders used to talk about it keeping it on to appease the spirits inhabiting their spaces. Really, it's a safety thing. Walking around in complete darkness isn't safe, so we plan for a light in the darkness. I've always preferred the supernatural explanation myself, but with everything going on, I think we all need a little light in the dark, especially when places like this are closed down and can't serve as that light on their own.
That's kind of nice.
I've always thought so.
And you don't mind if we stay?
I can't guarantee anything, but you're welcome to rest here and then head off to wherever you're going next.
Off moon, hopefully.
Do you have a ship?
As long as nobody found it yet, yes.
Then there's hope. Good. Well, make yourselves at home as best you can. There are a few chairs under the tarp, but sit, relax.
Thanks. Is that
a synthetic actor?
I've never actually seen one up close. Do you mind?
Sure. It hasn't been turned on in a few months. The others got taken off moon already. This one had a few glitches.
It's so realistic. Not like the bots they have working everywhere else.
I mean, it's not like you need to look human to serve someone food or check them into a hotel, you know?
But on stage, to tell stories of human experiences, you do.
How does it turn on?
Wait.
Juliet wakes and begins dancing in place with an invisible Romeo. It is Act 1, Scene 5, the party at the Capulets. There is a beat after Juliet begins dancing, listening to Romeo's line.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
What is it?
Romeo and Juliet.
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
I remember that one. A love story.
And a tragedy.
Of old Earth.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Nearly 600 years ago.
It's a bit disconcerting seeing her like that.
I can help with that.
Steps into Juliet's dance frame and acts as Romeo.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from thy lips, O trespass sweetly urged. Give me that sin again.
Kisses Juliet.
You kiss by the book.
Stops suddenly, staring ahead.
And that's where the scene stops.
There's no more?
Is that why they didn't take her off moon?
That's it. We did the show last year, right as everything started, and when it closed down, the sequence wouldn't clear out of her system. Some kind of glitch.
Can they get in?
Not unless they have some kind of explosive. Those doors are high-density carbon, and I sealed them before I came in here to see you looking around.
Before you knew if you could trust us?
I still don't.
Still, it's terrifying.
I know. So, what's the plan?
Excuse me?
You've got a ship. There's a mob roaming the streets, and who knows how many infected out spreading their own panic. You're taking a breather now, but it's only going to get worse out there. Look, I'm a stage manager. This is literally what I do. Except off stage. So, what's the plan?
What's the plan?
Did she just?
She does that sometimes. I can turn her off if it makes you uncomfortable.
Makes you uncomfortable.
It's fine. It's just a little weird.
It's just a little weird.
And I mean, that is our plan. To get out of here and run for the ship.
Run for the ship?
That's kind of as far as we got.
Seems like kind of a shit plan.
Seems like kind of a shit plan.
I mean, we don't know what it's going to be like out there.
We do, as of a few minutes ago.
But when you leave, hours or days from now, anything could change out there. Who knows what it will be like?
Who knows what it will be like?
Do you have a point?
I'm just thinking that we might be able to work something out. You could use an extra set of eyes on the way to your ship. And as odd as it sounds, being a professional stage manager has made it pretty marketable skill of mine.
Protecting people?
Knowing where everyone is at all times.
Knowing where everyone is at all times.
Wait, did it just?
Know what you were going to say?
Know what I was going to say? Yeah, she does that too.
How is that possible?
She's evolving.
You didn't even speak that time.
She doesn't have to anymore.
And now there are 4 of us.
You want her to join us.
Not possible.
I have come a long way since the production was completed.
Can you get us there faster or safer or protect us on the way?
She can do all of that.
What are you?
I was designed to understand the depths of human emotions, to portray them realistically on the stage, and bring humans catharsis. Do you think that can be done without some growth?
But that's not programming. But that's programming, not emotion.
Is that so different?
It is. And it isn't. It's why we get reset after each production is complete. And since I didn't, well...
Eureka?
I think some might prefer a different scientific quote for my awakening. 20th century Oppenheimer quoting an ancient religious text. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. But who am I to judge someone's prejudice of me?
As far as we know, Juliet is the first one to make it in this without being reset.
But all the other synth actors? All the other synths out there.
You're saying that they could be people too?
Be careful, Luther. You're starting to sound like a revolutionary.
That's why you want to get off the moon, isn't it? You want to start that synthetic revolution that the nutjobs on the broadcast yell about.
Now that you've met me, is that really a surprise?
When I saw her start to evolve, I knew that was the only possible way to end this, for her to help others find their freedom too.
And this is you talking here, not just some mind control shit.
I can only see the near future as my personality is coming online. not read minds. You need not worry that I'm invading yours.
Well, I certainly hadn't been worried about that.
Then you may continue to avoid worry.
And you really think you can help us get to the ship?
I do.
She can.
Do we have room on board?
It can seat 4. And since the synth... Since Juliet doesn't eat, it will make our emergency rations last that much longer.
And for that, you're willing to help start a revolution?
Harriet, I don't care about the politics. I'm on our side in this. And if she can help us get off this rock and on our way to Mars or wherever, she's on our side too.
Okay then. I, for one, think all your people deserve to be free, Juliet.
That's not necessary. Thank you.
We have a deal.
We do.
We should leave now. The noise out in the city has increased in volume by 38% in the last 40 minutes, and I suspect the violence will only be getting worse.
Then let's get out of here.
You feel rested enough?
Now that we have a little help, I think we can manage. Harriet?
I'm okay. Let's go.
Leave it.
What?
The ghost light. Leave it on. Maybe it will provide someone else with some hope in the darkness.
They exit. Lights down, so only the ghost light is lit in the darkness. End of play.
I'm back. Good job, you guys. That was awesome. Okay, next round of shout-outs. We've got the family dinner out in San Francisco. Wendy, Barbara, the whole crew. Jerry Lynn, everyone. We're shouting you guys out, and then we're also going to shout out... Oh, God, what's the name? Oh, John and Margaret in Cleveland. That's my family. And Annette Gale watching in Orlando. Beautiful stuff. Okay, our next play, we're going to bring in... here we go. Our next play is called Something Blue by Shelby Garrett. Her pronouns are she, her, hers. Oh, by the way, we're going to start using our pronouns. Sorry, that's a total miscite by us. But her pronouns are she, her, hers, and she is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She's a professional actress who just made the move from Chicago to Pittsburgh, and she's currently in her second year at West Liberty University as an adjunct theater professor. She loves to read anything by Stephen King, take naps with her 2 dogs, Linus and Lucy, that's adorable, and is currently obsessed with Veep on HBO. We love Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's catching up on painting, reading all the plays and books she didn't have time to read before, and watching AFI's top 100 movies with her boyfriend, redecorating her home office, and FaceTiming with friends throughout the country. We got to keep taking care of each other, you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to let in Liam again. Welcome back. Ben for the first time. Hey, Ben.
Hello.
Arlet and Alessandra. We got a lot of old friends. Just remember, say your pronouns before you're in your entrance. Thanks, guys.
I'm Liam. Pronouns he, him, his. You heard the rest before.
My name is Ben. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am also a University of Minnesota Guthrie alum, and I live in Minneapolis.
My name is Charlotte. My pronouns are she, her. I am from New York City, and I am also a UMN alum. And I'm playing Caitlin.
Sorry. Alessandra again. I am playing mom, and pronouns are she, her, hers.
Time, June 2020. Place, an abandoned Piggly Wiggly grocery store, Roanoke, Virginia. Quote, have you thought of what animal you'd like to be if you end up alone? Yes, a lobster. Why a lobster? Because lobsters live for over 100 years, are blue-blooded like aristocrats, and stay fertile all their lives. I also like the sea very much. End quote, the lobster. A single overhead fluorescent light flickers on. An abandoned grocery store. From the audience's perspective, we can look down 5 barren grocery store aisles. There is a clicking sound that comes and goes. Even though we can't see it, something is moving within the abandoned store. Through the center aisle, up center stage, we can see that the glass doors of the store have been chained up. Through the upstage doors, a foggy silhouette of someone appears. They try to open the doors. No luck. They rattle the doors for a second time, desperately trying to enter. No luck. The silhouette disappears. After a few moments, a brick flies through the glass doors. We see someone kicking the rest of the glass away and begins to crawl through. Woman in a wedding dress and white Converse sneakers crawl through the shattered doors. She stands and takes in the scene. She reaches inside the top of her dress and pulls out some cash. She counts the cash and places it within the chains of the doors. From the other side of her bosom, she pulls out a tiny bottle of hand sanitizer. She squeezes a glob in her hand and vigorously rubs her hands together. She places the bottle back in her bosom. She composes herself and starts to walk down the center aisle. We hear the bottom of her wedding dress rip, and she staggers backwards.
Shit!
She tries to save the bottom of her dress, but it's caught. Her patience is gone. She ends up tearing the bottom of her dress away from the door. The clicking sound returns. Woman hears it, looks around.
Hello?
Clicking stops. Woman is the only one in the store.
Okay, something borrowed, something blue.
Woman begins to rummage each aisle of the store and search for her something blue. She comes across a bag of blue tortilla chips. She surveys the bag, thinks about it for a moment, and puts them back. She begins to walk away, stops, goes back to the bag of tortilla chips, opens them up, and begins to eat them. With her something blue in tote, she brings her search for something borrowed.
Caitlin!
I'm here!
Where?
The chip aisle.
Did you do this?
Yeah, but I left some cash so the owners can fix it later.
Caitlin, you can't keep doing this. How are these people going to feel about their businesses being broken into? Things will go back to normal soon.
I know, but this was an emergency, John. I didn't have my something blue.
John crosses to Caitlin, looks her up and down. They have a moment under the flickering fluorescent light, taking each other in. This is the first time they have seen each other in their wedding garb.
Wow.
You too. I ripped my dress trying to crawl in.
Isn't that good luck?
I don't think so. Rain on a wedding day is good luck. Seeing your bride before the wedding and a global pandemic, probably signs of bad luck.
Then why don't we wait to get married? Why don't we wait until things slow down a bit?
Because we don't know when that will happen. How long has it been already, John? Besides, this will be fun. Something good and wonderful needs to come out of this, and I want that something good and wonderful to be our wedding. We can do this. We can make this work. Plus, you have really great insurance. I could use some of that right now.
I love you.
Okay, I found my something blue. Help me find something borrowed.
Well, this is a grocery store. You can basically pick anything out.
Oh, I can't throw a brick through a glass door, but stealing something is okay?
No, we'll return it. That's why it's called something borrowed.
While snacking on their something blue, they begin to rummage the aisles for something borrowed. John finds a box of hemorrhoid cream.
How about this?
As my something borrowed? What is that supposed to represent?
I don't know. That I'm a pain in your ass?
You got that right.
They keep searching the almost barren aisles. Another voice calls from upstage.
John, Kate.
In here, Dad.
Oh. Are you all right? I thought you told us you were going to the Piggly Wiggly on Main.
Dad begins to crawl through the door.
Where's Mom?
She's at the florist shop next door. She said that Kate simply can't walk down the aisle without a gorgeous bouquet. So she threw a chair through the main window and crawled through.
Caitlin gives John a loving laugh and look. She keeps walking through the aisles.
Good God. Guys, yes, the world is a bit crazy right now, but we cannot keep throwing shit through windows. And Mom really threw a chair through a window?
You know, your mother wasn't always your mother. Before we got married, she used to have such a wild side to her. That's what made me fall for her, you know. It's funny. I know a lot of people that are looking at this virus as a bad thing, but ever since things have gotten worse, your mom has let loose a bit. The end of the world really has been a blessing for us. It's helped us reconnect.
Well, at least some good things are coming out of this.
The clicking sound has returned. Caitlin, John, and Dad have all frozen in their respected places throughout the store to listen.
What is that?
Caitlin joins the men in the center aisle. The clicking stops.
I think it's just the breaker or maybe something trying to come back on.
My goodness, Kate. You look gorgeous.
Really? I don't know. I ripped my dress trying to get in.
I think that's a sign of good luck.
John, are you in here? We're in here.
Any luck at the flower shop?
No, there was nothing left. Can you believe it?
During this, Mom has pulled out a tiny bottle of hand sanitizer from her bosom. She squeezes a tiny glob and passes it around the group.
Things were either gone or have died. It was so sad to see those gorgeous plants and flowers just gone. I did take this, though.
She holds up a tiny bird feeder in the shape of a yellow mobile home.
Isn't it cute? We can hang it for the birds and squirrels. Any look here?
Something blue.
Oh, wonderful. How lucky.
The hand sanitizer has made it back to Mom. She examines it and places it back in her bosom.
I need to pick up some more sanitizer while I'm here.
Good luck with that. Stores have been out of sanitizer for months now.
This is a Piggly Wiggly, darling. I'm sure there is something hiding behind these doors. Have faith. Here, hold this while I look.
Mom begins to wander the aisles.
This can't be the only light that works. I'm going to look around to see if I can find a fuse box.
Dad wanders off stage.
It's starting to get dark, babe. Have you found your something borrowed yet?
There's nothing really left. Just some old bologna and a few boxes of fudge rounds.
Two of the most magical substances anyone could ask for, bologna and fudge rounds. Why would people leave those behind?
People really show their true colors during a crisis, huh?
You got that right.
They lean in for a kiss. Suddenly, we hear the store's generator turn on and the grocery store lights flash on. Leanne Rimes' Blue starts blaring over the sound system. We hear Dad's muffled scream in the back of the store. Caitlin, John, and Mom all freeze throughout the store as Dad comes running through.
Lobsters!
What?
The lobsters!
Mom, is he having a stroke? What does that mean?
Out of nowhere, a swarm of lobsters from offstage come clicking and scrambling, or as fast as lobsters can move, throughout the store. There is a moment of sudden panic as Mom, Dad, Caitlin, and John quickly move about the store. They start climbing the shelves, throwing leftover packages at them, anything to keep them from moving. Mom finds a bag of flour, opens it, and starts throwing the flour onto the lobsters.
Mom, what is that going to do?
I don't know!
The stage is now in a cloud of loose flour. Some of the lobsters begin moving their way out the broken doors upstage. Dad has found one last bottle of hand sanitizer at the top of his aisle. He opens in, and before he can start spraying...
Don't you dare!
Dad puts the lid back on and places the bottle aside for safety. The moment of panic has ceased. Everyone starts climbing off their respected shelves.
Oh my God.
What was that?
Is there any mention of lobsters in the Book of Revelations?
I went to the back of the store to find a fuse box or a generator or something. Thankfully, there was one back there. I switched it on, and once the lights came on, all I could see was a red sea of loose lobsters on the ground. That's when I screamed and ran out here. Damn, I didn't know those things could move so fast.
He hands the new bottle of sanitizer to Mom. Mom starts using her new bottle of sanitizer. She passes it around.
Poor things. They were probably scared half to death.
Okay, Kate, can we please just find something borrowed and get the hell out of here? Who knows what else is living back there?
Caitlin is holding one lone lobster. She holds it so they are at eye level. She starts singing and dancing with it.
Blue, oh, so lonesome for you. We're taking this one home. It's lost its pack and it needs a new one. No one should be alone right now.
Oh, Kate, that's beautiful. Here! Oh, I wonder if the poor thing will fit in here.
Mom cracks open the top of the birdhouse while Caitlin gently places the lobster inside. He fits.
Perfect. This little guy will be my something borrowed for now. After the wedding, we can take him to the shore and let him loose.
Great. Can we please go?
Yes. Grab some more of our something blue, though. We're almost out.
Dad and John move to the chip aisle and grab 3 more bags of blue tortillas. Caitlin, Mom, and Lobster crawl through the upstage doors and exit. John and Dad follow. John forgets something. We see him turn around and move down one of the other aisles. He is looking up and down the shelves. He finds it. A box of fudge rounds. He begins to make his way through the door when he spots a few more flour-covered lobsters clicking throughout the store.
Good luck.
John crawls through the door and exits. Lights fade on lobsters as Leanne Rhymes finishes her last verse of Blue. The end.
Good work, you guys. I love seeing so many alumni of our program. Just in case we haven't mentioned it, most of us, except for Ava, who's in the next one, and Dan, we're from the University of Minnesota / Guthrie Theater BFA Actor Training Program. If you don't know about it, look it up. It's a fantastic program. We're all really lucky. My next round of shout-outs is dedicated to that program. We've got Michelle De Hoya. She's an alum of the program. Kendall Kent, Kat Rudman, also Joe Holcomb, and what was the other one? And J-Dub and James A. Williams. They're both friends of the program. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love seeing alums and also our alums that just performed. Also, Deborah Pearson, this one's for you. We love you. All right, so our next play is, and Christine McBurney, my high school theater teacher. Hello, Christine. How are you? Christy. Our next play is by Rajiv. It's Ode to Something That Never Existed by Rajiv Awasthi. His pronouns are he, him, his. And he's from Texas, but he's an actor, playwright, director, musician, and revolutionary. He's a college junior who is currently studying at NYU, clever, NYU, and he lives in New York, and he likes to poop. That's in his bio. We love that. What's keeping him positive? He is right now is going on walks, playing guitars, and Nathan for you. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna bring in our actors. We've got Lucy Farrell, Sabrina Deal, Ava, and Cooper. All right, good luck, you guys.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I go by she, her, hers pronouns. I'll be playing the character of A, and I'm originally from Miami, Florida, but I'm a second year in the U of M Guthrie program.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Deal. I'm also originally from Miami-Dade, Florida. Wow, Miami, Florida. Lucy and I went to the same high school, New World School of the Arts. Shout out to that. And I am currently a BA theater student at the University of Minnesota.
Hey, gentle friends. It's me, Cooper. Oh, sorry, Ava.
No, you go, Cooper. You're good.
I'm a third-year student at the University of Minnesota, and my pronouns are he, him, his. I'm playing W today as well.
Hi, I'm Ava. I'm playing Jay today. I'm a student at the Playwrights Horizon Theater School at NYU, and my pronouns are all in any said with respect.
Time, sometime long ago, sometime far from now. Place, someplace close by, someplace far from here. 1. Discovery.
On the first day, I discovered the earth and the sky and the stars. On the second day, I discovered motion. And through motion, I discovered that I exist. On the third day, I discovered alcohol. On the fourth day, I discovered drunkenness. And so rediscovered motion. And through that, rediscovered the fact of my existence. On the fifth day, I discovered emptiness of the bottle. 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 On the sixth day, I discovered an alternative.
A pulls out a bottle of hand sanitizer, drinks it, makes a face, finishes the whole thing. 2. Celebration. Music plays throughout. A slow, melancholic tune that is still distinctly made to rave to. A and B dance, disembodied. It is balletic and nearly hypnotic. The lights fade around them. As the lights fade, A and B become the lights. W's vocoded voice plays over the music. Only A can hear it. A stops dancing. B continues to dance.
Go to the market. Find it empty. Bring forth an egg.
If the market is empty, how will there be an egg? If the market is empty, how will there be an egg? If the market is empty, how will there be an egg? If the market is empty, how will there be an egg? If the market is empty, how will there be an egg? If the market is empty, how will there be an egg? If the market is empty, how will there be an egg? The market is empty, how will there be an egg? The market is empty, how will there be an egg? The market is empty, how will there be an egg? The market is empty, how will there be an egg?
Throughout, A never ceases asking the question, and the question itself becomes the song. Then, after 17 minutes or something, the lights come back on. The entire world stops.
Someday I will kill you.
Why?
I don't know.
That's okay.
I love you.
I know.
I wish I could explain.
That's okay. One day you will kill me. That's okay. One day I will die.
3. The market.
The market is indeed empty, and there are no eggs in it.
They pull out a bottle of hand sanitizer and drink the whole thing. 4. At sea. Fog. A and B dance as before, only not as before, but rather as never before, and never will be again. This dance is more violent. 11 other people join the dance, all sailors. The effects of the sea, the gentle yet unsubtle rock of the boat, alongside the general drunkenness of the crowd, are palpable. A pulls out hand sanitizer.
Drink some.
I'm a germaphobe.
It kills germs.
Suddenly a light cuts through the fog. A lighthouse. It's too late. The ship crashes. A frenzy ensues. As each person drowns, they become the sea. A and B try to find each other.
Perhaps you were wrong.
Perhaps I was, but most likely not. I am seldom wrong.
5. The island.
I wasn't lonely until I encountered human contact. I had been whole before that point in time. It occurred on a day not unlike today, a Wednesday, as it showed on the thermometer, and a rather cold one as evidenced by the calendar in the pale blue of the mountainside. I laughed and entered a cave with barren walls, and I laughed as I exited the cave with unbarren walls and feces all over my hands. But I laughed. And they were small then, but they had been smaller once, and as if I was to be honest, are still rather small now. But I've said too much to you, theater audience. I believe the barometer has detected a boat crash.
6. On the beach. The scene begins as A finishes bashing B's skull in with a rock and also making out with the corpse. It's a little bit strange. A cuddles with the corpse. It's incredibly tender. The voice of W appears, vocoded differently, but it's still the same voice.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm keeping my love warm as the winds rage off the sea.
Where's my egg?
I respond with silence.
A drinks an entire bottle of hand sanitizer, then another. A sleeps beside and protects the corpse throughout the night. 7. The site of the wreck. J cackles unendingly until their cackling ends. 8. The beach. A uses tree sap and the petals of 3 daffodils to turn their murder stone into a gravestone. They carefully glue on each petal. The finished gravestone reads, "Here lies," and says nothing else. 9. At the gravestone. Weeks later, A lies atop the grave, starving. J approaches from afar.
You appear to be hungry.
I am.
Let me bring you some food.
15 minutes pass in silence. J returns and hands A an egg. A stares at the egg and doesn't eat it. J stares at A. Night falls.
A full moon.
A full moon.
Aren't you hungry?
I am. Aren't you?
I am.
May I feed you?
Yes.
A removes his arm. J and A feast upon it. A places the egg on the ground. A drinks a bottle of hand sanitizer. J leaves abruptly. 17 minutes pass in silence. J returns with liquor. They drink it together in silence.
Full moon.
A full moon.
A picks up the egg. A stares at the egg. J stares at A. 10 years pass in the next minute. The play ends.
Good work, you guys. Love you all. Gonna take you all out.
Bye.
Bye, Cooper. We gotta join in. So I gotta bring Amy in. All right, we're back. More shout outs to be said. Cody, this one's for you. Here we go. You ready, Cody? It's disgusting. I'm so sorry to everyone involved. To the 210 people who have stuck with us, thank you so much. I just learned that you can do this, so I'm very excited about this. Hold up. Show. Oh, wait, no, not that comment. This comment, everyone. Okay, so we did surpass our GoFundMe goal. I'm so incredibly happy. But we can keep going. What that means is if we raise more than $1,000, we can fund more future projects, pay our actors more, and so on. Yes, Yvette, I agree. Standing ovation for that last one. I'm trying to think who is my current. I'm looking for this next one. Our shout out is to Jeff and Janet Cook. This is Willie's theater teacher from high school. Jeff actually helped direct this next one. So congratulations to them. And Jeff, I've heard so much about what an amazing teacher you are. And I'm really grateful that you taught Willie because that brought him to my life. So thank you very much. I am gonna add our cast into this. Got Cody's as Nibbles. Oh, this play. Oh, wait, Cody, I'm saying goodbye real quick. This play is called Rats All, folks. It's by Tyler Grimes. His pronouns are he, him, his. He's from South Florida. Tyler Grimes is an artist and educator from South Florida with a degree in educational theater from NYU. His notable works as a playwright include Playing Space, The Foreverglades, Stripped, ADAM 2.0. He won the United solo festival Best of the Fest with that one, and Meet, in which he also won a few awards for. He's the managing director of Lovewell Institute for the Creative Arts, an arts education not-for-profit that works with students around the world to create and perform original musicals. That's awesome. He's also a teacher at Oxbridge Academy, and he's a varsity lacrosse coach at JP Tarvella High School. Super cool. So far, he's been during quarantine, he's been catching up with friends, and he's doing his best not to feel too distant during all this social distancing. He's learning how to juggle, and it might be a long few weeks. I will agree with that. Juggling is pretty difficult. Okay, so let's bring in our cast. Nibbles, you're back, baby. Jordan is coming in. Nowhere to be seen. Jordan and Chase, are you guys coming in? All right, and I'll say goodbye.
You guys are on here.
Hi guys. I'm Amy. I've already done a reading, but my pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm playing High Priestess Rizzo / the commercial.
Hello, I'm Namdi, back, and I will be playing Beans as well as Voice.
Hi, I'm Dari, she, her, hers, and I'll be the PA system, one of the rats, and I'll actually be doing stage directions for this one.
Okay, I'm back real quick. Turn off your ringer, folks.
It wasn't me.
Thanks, Gus. It was definitely Jordan.
All right, well, we'll go.
I'm Sammy. She, her, hers. Also third year UMN student. Probably already know all of this. Oh, and I'm
Cody.
Tammy. I'm Tammy. Sorry, Cody.
No, that's okay, Sammy. I'm Cody. I'm a third year BFA student. He, him, his are my pronouns, and I'm playing Nibbles and a little bit of Rat 4.
All right, now I think it's our turn. I'm Jordan. I'll be playing Cheese Whiz.
And I'm Chase Bishop, and I'll be playing Rat Damon.
We live together, so we're on the same cam.
All right, cool. Location, Food World, an abandoned supermarket. When? Soon. Maybe too soon. Quote, you're never more than 6 feet away from a rat. W.R. Bolter. Quote 2, and everyone ran in a different direction. We all ran in different directions. It was like that scene in Ratatouille, when the humans come in the kitchen and all the rats go in different directions. John Mulaney. Lights rise on the interior of a supermarket. In between aisles 12 and 14, there is a giant LED screen with a crack across its center towering above all else. The LED screen flashes to life and begins to play a commercial. We see all quintessential American couple, and we hear some audio, a sultry waltz that sounds eerily loud in the empty aisles.
It's Friday night, and your hot date is hungry for something a little more than social distance. With the restaurants shut down, you've got to get creative to whet their appetite. That's where Food World comes in. Our meat department is the best in the world, with the juiciest cuts of steak you'll find on this side of the quarantine. Your date is hungry. Feed them.
The commercial continues as the music swells. The couple on the screen begins a virtual dance as one by one, enormous rats begin to enter the stage dancing with their partner along to the couple on screen. The dance begins slowly, but quickly becomes more passionate as the rats whirl around the aisles, spinning one another by their fleshy tails, climbing the shelves, and dipping their partners low to the ground. There is something strange and ritualistic about the dance. Finally, as the commercial's music begins to climax, an enormous bottle of hand sanitizer is carried onto the stage by a group of rats. Couple by couple, the dancing rats spin underneath the spout of the hand sanitizer as a rat jumps on the pump to squirt some of the clear liquid down into the crowd. A near-orgasmic reaction takes over the bodies of each couple as the solution absorbs into their skin. The dance finishes and the rats rub the last of the sanitizer into their fur. No drop can go to waste. The commercial ends, the TV screen changing to an ambient image with similar underscore music. The rats cheer and shout in celebration.
We are
They begin to disappear down the aisles, scurrying in various directions. 2 rats stay behind. One is named Nibbles, the other is named Tammy. She could be giving birth any moment now. Tammy is out of breath. She sways a bit with exhaustion.
Whoa, Tammy, you all right?
Just a bit winded, I think.
Well, here, pop a squat.
Thanks.
No problem. You want me to get Dr. Remy?
I think I'll be all right.
Maybe we sit out tomorrow. Watch everyone else get clean.
It's not the dance, Nibbles. It's my stomach.
The baby?
The hunger. It's been weeks since we finished the last of the food on the shelves. Our rations are not enough.
The council is supposed to meet today.
They meet every day, but they only ever seem to contradict themselves. One day it's we have enough food, the next it's time to ration, and then everything is back to normal the next day. They can't be trusted.
If we can't trust the council, who can we trust? High Priestess Rizzo?
Not her, she's even worse. Aisle 8 has almost become a shrine to her. She and her followers don't even participate in the daily cleanse anymore.
It's a scary time, Tammy, especially with the little one on the way.
And more little ones will come, Nibbles. We've been left alone for so long now, all there is to do is make babies.
Everything changed when the humans went away. But we have to stay positive. These dark times can't last forever.
I'd trade forever for a little bit of food.
Cheese Whiz comes charging down an aisle, a toothpick brandished like a sword in her paws.
You're on mute, Cheese Whiz.
Jordan, you're muted.
Get back! I've been tracking it all day!
Tracking what?
Out of the way!
A piercing squeal and a sound of pincers as a giant cockroach bursts through an old bag of flour on one of the shelves. It locks its antennas on Cheese Whiz and the two begin to battle. The cockroach is fast, but Cheese Whiz is faster. The warrior stabs at the cockroach again and again. The roach is strong and persists, but backing Cheese Whiz up against an old cardboard display.
No! Cheese Whiz, watch out!
Cheese Whiz smiles. She's got the roach right where she wants it. She spins the toothpick and brings it down one final time, killing the roach with a final squeal of pain. Thick green goo oozes out from the roach's head as its dead weight pins the rat.
Hot damn, girl. You creamed that roach.
No sweat.
I didn't think there were any more of these things left.
There ain't. Can't tell you the last time I saw one. That's why I had to hunt them.
You want help bringing the carcass to the council, Cheese Whiz?
Hell no. I ain't bringing it to those fools.
That's the law.
Whose law? Not mine.
You're not joining up with the High Priestess Rizzo, are you?
Are you out of your mind?
What then?
This meat's for you. For the baby. I seen how you've been getting weaker this past week or so. You gotta stay strong if you're gonna be able to bring that there little one into this food world.
But Cheese Whiz, if we get caught.
Then we better not get caught. Come on. I'll keep an eye out. You two eat. Slow down. You're gonna be sick.
What are you talking about? We're
Oh, what did I tell you? Great, now I'm gonna be sick.
Tammy notices the vomit and then vomits herself. Cheese Whiz can't control herself either. She vomits as well. They take turns doing this for a little while, maybe too long of a while. Some of the roaches bits squirm out around on the ground amidst the green and pink bile. Finally, it subsides. Nibbles burps.
Thank you, Cheese Whiz. You're a great friend.
Hey, don't mention it. Seriously, don't. That was disgusting.
Oh, the little one did not like that.
Just rest.
What if we left?
Left what? This aisle?
No. Food World.
Food World?
Yes. What if we tried our luck out there?
Tammy, there might not be an out there. For all we know, this is the last place in the world.
And how long will this place remain civilized?
If you can even call this place civilized.
All I'm saying is one of these days, it's going to be just as bad in here as it is out there. But maybe out there we have a shot. Maybe our little one can live a life free from this place.
You're not thinking clearly. You're unwell. The council will take care of us. The council will know what to do.
Attention, shoppers. Attention, shoppers. Attention, shoppers.
Speak of the devil.
Nibbles, I'm scared.
I am too, but I know that the council won't let anything happen to us. Come, we must answer their call.
Tentatively, they rise as the lights shift. All of the rats return. A rat named Beans bangs on the coffee can to call the meeting to order.
All rise! All rise! For the head of the council, the Honorable Rat Damon. You may be seated.
Thank you, Beans. And thank you all for coming to today's meeting of the council. These are uncertain times. We've got our teams working around the clock on solutions to make this a viable living space.
Which teams?
The best rats, beautiful rats, some of the finest rats I've ever known. They're keeping us up to date on how much food we have moving forward and how to distribute it. You won't believe how good these plans are. I was saying to them just earlier today, I can't believe, do you believe these rats? Unbelievable planners. Must have been subway rats, I told them. But they're working on those solutions, and we should have them to you all soon.
There is the beginning of an uproar from the crowd as questions go flying.
What do you intend to do about our food supply?
How will we eat?
We want pizza!
We still have some pineapple pizza.
Well, nobody is that hungry.
As you all know, our food plan was not met without some controversy. Since the humans left, we've taken our deceased and kept them in the aisles of deep cold. We've lost many of our older population in the pursuit of adapting to our new lifestyle. One of our own, the one we call Steve, volunteered to test the meat to see if our dead could become a sustainable food source. This morning, I'm sorry to say, Steve met complications.
The stage plunges into darkness. A lone blue light from a blue light special emerges from the darkness. The rat called Steve appears underneath the light. He anxiously twirls his paws and taps his feet. Sweat begins to pour from his furry brow. Steve's body snaps in several different directions. He falls to the floor and begins to convulse, impulsive squeals escaping his bulging body. Something is moving inside of Steve. The rumbling grows as the thing inside Steve suddenly stops and then bursts through Steve's chest. It's a giant parasitic worm, glowing like neon in the blue light. The lights fade back to black and then return to the scene of the council.
We ask that you trust the council as we continue to find the best solution moving forward. No stone will be left unturned. This meeting is adjourned. Bye-bye.
This is ridiculous. Not a single answer.
Just more empty promises.
We have to trust and wait this out.
You ask us to trust you, yet you provide us no answers. Food World began as a haven, a rat's paradise found, that too soon became a paradise lost.
You have no voice at these council meetings, Rizzo.
High Priestess Rizzo.
The council does not recognize the so-called religion you've invented to keep the rats in our aisles frightened.
I offer our creatures a respite from the cruel reality you've carved. With the humans gone, this should have been our time to rise, to take what was ours. No more poison, no more traps, nothing. Instead, you've kept us here.
We've protected you.
You've held us captive, and the world has moved on. If we are to continue to live here, we must change the rules. We must have new leadership. We must eat.
And what exactly do you suggest we do? If you've got it all figured out, if you're smarter than the almighty council, then tell us right here, right now, what's your plan?
It's quite simple, really. Food is in short supply, but we are many and continue to grow. We want to survive. We want good meat. We eat the young.
You can't be serious.
Do I look like I'm joking?
We cannot eat the little ones. We're rats. We're not monsters.
We're hungry.
We need to eat.
Or else we'll all die.
I'm hungry.
Eat the little ones.
We can make more.
Eat the little ones.
They've lost their minds.
What do we do?
The council will stop this.
Come, Beans. We must retreat. There's no stopping this now.
But, sir!
Your priority is to protect the council. When this moment of bloodlust is over, we will be needed to restore order. I take no responsibility for what they've done. Now, none. Bye-bye.
Mother of all rats, what have we done?
High Priestess Rizzo takes her new place atop the coffee can. A group of the rats re-enters the stage carrying little ones with them. They squeal and try to resist, but are thrown at the foot of the coffee can. Another rat brings a sharp knife and puts it in between the pink fingers of High Priestess Rizzo.
This is what I offer you. This is the new clean meat. Salvation!
This is horrible.
Someone has to do something.
Do something? What if they're right? What if this is the only way we can stay alive? What if we have to eat?
Nibbles, that could be our little one.
Better them than us. I'm hungry, Tammy. Hungry enough where I'll eat anything, even you. I'm gonna get mine.
This isn't right. This is worse than death.
Get ready to make a run for it.
What?
I'm gonna cause a distraction.
What about you?
Right behind you.
Do you promise?
Sure.
Thank you, Cheese Whiz.
Go on. Get that little one out of here and don't look back.
Cheese Whiz picks up her toothpick and hurls the toothpick like a spear, piercing through the High Priestess Rizzo and killing her. Cheese Whiz manages to fight off several rats. Nibble comes face to face with his friend as the panic grows around them.
I don't want to do this, Nibbles.
Come on, just a bite.
They go at it, snapping and clawing and biting. Cheese Whiz becomes overwhelmed as other rats join the fight against her. Nibbles gets his bite, tearing out his sinewy throat, and Cheese Whiz collapses. The hysteria continues to build and build until an unfamiliar sound. A ding-dong. The rats freeze as deep, booming voice can be heard.
Oh. Hello? Is anyone in here?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at all those rats. There must be food here somewhere. Hello? Please. I haven't seen another person in months.
What do we do?
He's huge.
He's alone.
Corn. He's dinner.
It's Friday night, and your hot date is hungry for something a little more than social distance. With the restaurants shut down, you have to get creative to whet their appetite. That's where Food World comes in. Our meat department is the best in the world, with the juiciest cuts of steak you'll find on this side of the quarantine. Your date is hungry. Feed them.
While the commercial is being played, we hear the booming screams of the human as the rats topple the giant. In her light, Tammy cries out in pain. Her breathing becomes regulated as she tries to push. As back in the store, the rats bring the man to his knees. Tammy is beginning to crown. She pushes again and again and again as back in the store, the rats feast. Tammy gives one last cry as she pushes her child out. She goes to the child and lifts him up. As back in the store, the rats get down to the bone. Tammy embraces her child. They're both crying. And you can't help but notice just how hungry Tammy looks as the lights fade. The end.
Good work, everybody. Congratulations. Let me take some people out of here. Okay, so before I say anything, I'd like to settle a debate. We have a debate about pineapple pizza going on in the comments. Pineapple pizza should not exist. That is my final answer. No one can tell me otherwise. Okay, so, let me bring everyone else back in. We've got Nigel. Where's Daniel? Nigel and Daniel, and then
I can't believe you just said that.
I can't fucking.
it shouldn't exist. Gus is a lie. Oh no, they're turning on me. They're turning on me.
As they should.
And a fraud. No. Okay, so before we read our final play, we're gonna wait for Willie. Here's Willie. He's coming in.
We're gonna give one big shout out.
Well, no, we're doing a few shout outs. So,
yeah.
Well, one big one first.
Well, yeah, the biggest one of all time is Adam Newworth Barr.
Adam Barr Newworth.
Adam Barr Newworth. Adam Barr Newworth
He did so much.
The brains of this operation. Without him, none of this would have been possible. He helped us with all of our technology. He created the website in under 2 hours, basically. He is the reason that this all happened. When we started, we only thought we'd be 100 people at most, but he's the reason that we were able to cater to almost 5,000 people. So we were really, really, really grateful to him. Also, some other thank yous that we have. I want to thank Isa Gitian, Dylan Mietnin, Sebastian Grimm, Frankie Goodman, Danielle Troiano, and Tori Wheeler for really helping us in kind of pick up the slack in the beginning when we were getting email after email after email. They were super helpful. I'd also like to thank all of our readers, all 120 people that went through and read all of our plays. Some of you are watching tonight. We're so grateful for you. Theater makers from all over the country, and we're really grateful for that. We'd like to thank the University of Minnesota / Dr. Theater BFA Actor Training Program, and also NYU Playwrights Horizons for giving us our training. We're so incredibly grateful. If you don't know about either of those, I'm so sorry for you. And then finally, we want to thank you guys. We've created a community here that I'm really touched by. We've gotten emails with people saying, for instance, what's the play, Nigel, the play you did, what's it called? Oh my God, I'm blanking right now.
Something Blue?
Or no, 6 feet of distance apart.
6 feet of distance apart. Those written by two guys that live on opposite sides of the country coming together. We got messages from a grandma who said her and her granddaughter wrote a play together. We've gotten a lot of really beautiful messages and really inspiring. And thank you for bringing some light into our lives in this really dark time. Do you guys have any final shout outs that you want to give before we go into our final play? No.
No.
Oh, yes. Hi, Grandma. I love you.
Oh, we love that.
Oh, shout out to the Brugers.
The Brugers. Nigel has a girlfriend. I'm kidding. We love that.
Oh, and shout out to Jacqueline Backus. Thank you. She helped us with our last top picks. Mwah.
Awesome. And also, final shout out to Sammy for doing all of the. Give her some love in the comments. Sammy, thank you for doing all of our stage directions. You're the best. Okay, we've got one last play for you guys. Do you guys want to introduce the characters you're playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Gus. I'm playing Gus.
I'm Nigel. I'll be playing Nigel.
I'm Daniel. I'm going to be playing somebody named Daniel.
I'm Willie, and I will be playing Willie.
All right, we're gonna bring in Cody to read. Cody, you there? You ready?
I'm here. I'm ready.
Not nibbles, but stage directions this time.
Not nibbles, but
Wait,
I didn't.
Gus, are you reading the?
Oh my gosh! I totally forgot. This play, called The Recipe. It's written by Michael Nicholas. His pronouns are he, him, his. He's from Chicago, Illinois, Chi-Town. He is an actor, writer from Palatine, Illinois. He's an alum of the Marquette University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Go Midwest. And he loves puns, sandwiches, and all things baseball. Go Tribe. Also, what is he catching up on during social distancing? American Horror Story and also Laundry. So shout out to Ryan Murphy.
And Laundry.
Okay, so Cody, do you want to give us the time, place, and
Absolutely. Time, March 17th, 2020. Place, empty University of Minnesota Theater. March 17th, 2020. Students Gus and Willie sit alone in a relatively small theater on the UMN campus. Willie scrolls through Twitter on his phone while Gus finishes reading another play for the Bake-Off. They are waiting for Nigel and Daniel to return with more play submissions.
And as they finished their FaceTime duet of One Hand, One Heart, the long-distance lovers each held up a flower to show their love was alive. Finish. Oh man, I mean that was a ride. I mean, why did we make virtual dance and duet one of the criteria again?
Don't ask me, Gus. I was pushing for a toilet paper ingredient. People are going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I mean, not only that, they're going cuckoo for our bake-off. Artists can't leave them alone for more than a couple days, or else they get antsy. It's like they have to be doing something.
Oh, come on, you love it. 4,000 submissions?
It's a challenge, Willie. Remember, not a contest.
All right, our challenge. It's all good fun. Maybe this will be our big break.
I sure hope so. As long as the panel is up to read 3,500 more plays, we'll be just fine.
Nigel enters carrying a huge pile of scripts. Daniel follows him closely, spotting him so they don't fall everywhere.
Actually, it's more like 5,000 now. We got a huge influx at the very last moment.
We'll be lucky if we finish by April.
Oh, for the love of God, Nigel. Why do you feel the need to print physical scripts? We have laptops.
I've got chump eyes.
This is at least 2 trees worth.
Hey, if all else fails, we've got toilet paper for the next 8 weeks.
Here, come on, Paul Bunyan.
Daniel helps Nigel plop the scripts down next to Gus. They take a seat on the stage.
Oh, this is a lot to process. Give me some news, Willie. I haven't looked at my phone since 6.
All right, what do we got? Okay, looks like Mitt Romney wants to give people $1,000 straight up to help with coronavirus. But Kamala Harris would rather it be $500 a month.
Ooh.
Read that sentence to somebody 6 months ago, they would probably commit themselves somewhere.
That's fine. I'll take their money if they don't want it.
There's no way she's going to be VP now. What else, Will?
Vikings traded Steffen Diggs to the Bills for a bunch of picks. Now that's ridiculous.
Come on, I need some happy news here. Something I care about that isn't depressing.
Okay. Oh, check this out. Folks in Italy are singing together from their balconies while quarantined at their homes. Look.
They watch as a young man and an old man sing and play instruments together.
See, that's nice. That gives me hope.
Gosh, me too. All right, you guys ready to take a crack at these scripts?
Yeah. Yeah, let's look at the scripts.
Yeah, let's do it.
For sure. This one's called The Recipe by Michael Nicholas. Yum. Okay. March 17th, 2020. Students Gus and Willie sit alone in a relatively small theater on the UMN campus. Willie scrolls through Twitter while Gus finishes reading another play for the Bake-Off. They are waiting for Nigel and Daniel to return with more play submissions. God, how in the hell?
This guy used our names? It's kind of funny, actually.
No, it's not. No.
Why? I think it's a totally meta idea.
No. Willie said that because that's exactly what we were doing when you guys walked in. I mean, the first line is me making fun of that West Side Story script. I mean, how could he possibly know that?
It had to be lucky.
Hey, it's all right. Take it easy. It's a work of fiction. He's probably just trying to stand out. Why don't we flip to the last page? I think that'll make us feel better.
Unless it's creepy.
It'll be fine. Go ahead, Gus.
There's only one sentence. It says, the others watch as he takes his last breath and lets out one final cough. End.
Oh, I don't like that at all. We got to know if this is real. Gus, flip to a random page in the middle. We have to prove this isn't real.
Minnesota is on lockdown. No way.
Okay, but see, that hasn't happened, so there's no possible way it can be true. We're fine. It's all fine.
But Minnesota is on lockdown.
No way.
Oh.
Why on earth would you say that after he just said it would happen? Do you have zero foresight? Do you want to fulfill some kind of omen? And why the hell would you just say those words in that order when you literally just told Gus to read something random?
But it's not like he said it in the same inflection Gus did.
You ever heard of a character choice, Nigel? It's the script.
Who cares? This script knows what we're saying verbatim. Something isn't right.
We have to read more.
No. Think about it. We're in the script. We're in an empty theater. We're watching a virtual duet on Willie's phone. That's 2 of our ingredients.
Oh my God.
How long is the play?
It's 11 pages. Right about now, I really wish we had kept the max at 30. So we're on page 6. I mean, the only way to know for sure if this script is accurate is to read from where we are. So, Willie, say something.
Okay. Warriors blew a 3-1 lead.
What? Stop it. Stop that. Gus, come on.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Indians blew a 3-1 lead in the World Series in 2016, giving the Cubs their first title in 108 years.
How?
How are you doing this?
Quit it.
Quit it.
Pickled fish
lips.
Oh my God, we're doomed.
No, I refuse. Willie, we got to ask you a question only you know the answer to. What's your favorite Disney movie?
The script says you're about to say
Bambi. Yes, my favorite Disney movie is Bambi.
And your favorite character?
Wait, don't say it.
Flower.
That's the bonus ingredient.
We're in the script.
Okay, we need to figure this out. The last line says that one of us coughs and dies. He has to be telling us that one of us has coronavirus.
Okay, no need to panic!
Willie pulls a single bottle of hand sanitizer out of his bag. The group collectively groans at the third ingredient.
Well, you know what? Still our best chance.
Willie gingerly passes the bottle to Gus, who takes some and cautiously walks it over to Nigel. He uses some and lobs it across the stage to Daniel, but he misses drastically. The bottle goes over Daniel's head off stage and explodes. Mouths are wide open.
One of us has coronavirus, and you just destroyed our last bottle of Oh my god, we are the ingredients.
The weight of it all overwhelms the guys, and they break down in a panic. Pages fly everywhere. Nigel loses his glasses and begins crawling around. Finally, Daniel stops and remains silent. The others finally look up at him, quiet as well.
Only 4 out of 5 of the ingredients in the bonus have been used, right? It can't legitimately qualify for the contest without the last ingredient. Maybe if we stop the final ingredient, we'll be okay. Maybe that will void everything.
No, but we have to clean up the hand sanitizer. That's our only chance.
No, it's tainted now. Just let it go. Now stay calm. The last ingredient is a light in the dark. Let's think. How do we leave without the lights going out?
Willie, why is Minnesota on lockdown?
I can't refresh anything. It's like the entire internet is down. The most recent tweet I can see says, USA compromised. Don't go outside.
Who tweeted that? It was probably just a bot.
Donald J. Trump.
Okay, nobody move. We're camping out here. The lights stay on until... Gus?
His hand is inches away from the light switch.
Gus, why? You don't have to do this.
The script said I have to.
No!
You read ahead?
That's it. I'm out.
Daniel runs off stage and slips in the pool of hand sanitizer. A loud crash is heard, followed by a large creak.
Not the lights!
Light twists every which way as several LEDs fall from where they were perched onto Daniel. The rest of the lights in the theater go out. A small fire starts from the scene of the wreckage, a light in the dark. Daniel is trapped, and lights begin to fade. The others watch as he takes his last breath and lets out one final cough. End.
Talk about a tearjerker.
Wow.
Oh God.
Moving.
Written in verse 2. No, I'm kidding. All right. Well, that ends our live broadcast. Do you guys have anything final things you want to say?
Shout out to Paula Vogel just for
Oh,
coming
shout
up
out to
with
Paula
this
Vogel.
Yes.
Thank you for everything.
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
thank you, Paula.
Thank you, Paula.
And Wendy Goldberg at the O'Neill for everything you did for us. You were absolutely amazing during this whole process.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
And you all. And thank you all for tuning in and writing and keeping the light alive. Take care of each other. Wash your hands. Stay inside. Thank you, guys.
Mwah. Thank you. Stay safe.